All right, we are back. It has come to my attention that a lot of you do not know what I'm talking about. I have been advised to not assume what everyone knows, and I appreciate the advice. So, if you guys haven't already, and you're watching on YouTube, please hit the red button to subscribe. Sign into YouTube, do the deal. It's free. It's the best way to support the channel. We got to get to 1,000 subs before we can even monetize. Also, patreon.com/Jared Singer Live is the best way to help financially support the podcast. You can go to patreon.com. It's a direct way for you to interact with me, sort of like a YouTube. There's actually not much of a reason to do it right this second unless you just genuinely want to support the podcast. Generally and genuinely want to support the podcast, you can go to patreon.com/Jared Singer Live, and then you can donate money directly to the podcast. It helps us upgrade gear, helps us maintain gear if the computer shits out or something like that. These are the things that are going to allow us to have a little bit of extra money in the bank so we don't have to stop doing the podcast till my broke ass saves up some more money. All right, enough of that. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Everyone that has subscribed, I really do appreciate you guys. This episode of the podcast is sponsored by Shooter Lube, America's best gun care system. The new military-grade cleaning solvent has you cleaning your gun better than ever. New solvent is designed to penetrate deep into the metal, and it is odorless. There's no water. It fully evaporates, leaves no residue, no hazardous ingredients per the EPA. Has a high flash point. It's non-corrosive. It does not freeze, and it's non-flammable. The weapons oil, the extreme weapons oil, I apologize, is biodegradable, non-flammable, non-toxic. It's 100% synthetic, low odor, non-staining, rust and corrosion protection, and it reduces wear and friction. Shooter Lube is also offering free shipping on all orders over $35 with a 100% money-back satisfaction guarantee. You can get the 2-stage cleaning solvent, and they have mats for you to clean your shit on. Go to shooterlube.com, join the revolution by using promo code SINGER to save 10% at checkout. This episode of the podcast is also sponsored by wehost.warnerelements.com. If you're an artist, a musician, maybe you're a comedian, really doesn't matter what your deal is. You need a website in order to stand out. This offer is exclusive for Jared Singer Extravaganza listeners. Go to wehost.warnerelements.com, and for under $100, you can get a free domain registered, unlimited emails, unlimited server space, unlimited bandwidth, unlimited storage, and a carbon-free footprint. So go to wehost.warnerelements.com and use promo code SINGER. This is exclusive for the Jared Singer listeners. All right, again, if you guys haven't already, please hit the thumbs up, smack the subscribe button, and punch that notification bell for me. If you guys want to make sure that you can subscribe, or if you guys want to make sure you can support the podcast on another level, you could also hit and give us a 5-star review on iTunes and all that good shit. So you guys know the drill. You've heard the spiel a million times. Appreciate all the love. Appreciate all the donations that you guys have done so far. You guys are awesome, man. Today's podcast guest, it's Kyle Glidden. He's back. We told his story last time, so it's not going to be an interview like this. We're not going to really get into that kind of shit. It's just a hang. When guys come back on, it's more of just a hang. So yeah, with no further ado, let's welcome him to the podcast, my boy, Kyle Glidden. Yeah, I'm trying to tell my mom to do the exact opposite. Yeah. Is go from a Samsung, because she's huge into her iTunes. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, we just got to get you a device with your iTunes and like bring everything in. Yeah. She's just like, I know somebody with one. They say they hate it, and I'm like, oh, that's them. How do you know you're gonna hate it?
See, that's the thing is, I love my iPhone, and I'm 100% just an Apple consumer. But my friend Megan, she was like, I was like, hey, I think I want to switch over to a Samsung. She's like, don't, you'll hate it. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I just know you won't like it. And then thinking about it, I'm like, oh, it's probably because like we were talking about earlier, it's like you can do anything. but I don't know what to do with anything.
Are you fully integrated into the Apple world?
Yeah, fully integrated. I don't
so
even
you
have,
have
I
like
have Spotify
so you have like a
because I'm in a
laptop.
band.
Do you have like a laptop, like a MacBook?
You kind of.
Do you have an iPad?
Everything I do is on here, unless it's like.
So you
unless
don't
it's
have like a
Word.
Mac?
No.
See, that's where it gets really dope.
That's
is
what
when
I've
you
heard.
have multiple devices.
Yeah.
That's when it's like. Plus, if you record music,
Yeah.
if you like Logic is
So I
by
use Studio
far.
One. Brooks got me out of Studio One, and that's on PC.
Is it?
Yeah.
See, I like Logic just because I think for what is it, $200.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. I think
It does.
I think that's what
everything.
Blaine uses.
It does
Is Logic
everything.
or I don't know.
Yeah,
One of those. Are we live?
Yeah, we're live, buddy.
Hey guys.
Welcome back, Kyle.
What's up?
I wanted to ask you since we have, I mean, long time,
Yeah.
but I want to know how. I want to know why and how long. Well, I want to know how long you've been and why you became such a vehement Taliban supporter.
Oh my god.
I mean, you're a big Taliban fan, huge fan.
Huge. It's because they wear masks, bro. They're saving the planet.
That's not funny. Too far.
Oh, that's too far.
There's lines, Kyle.
Yeah, some of that. So we're just jumping right into that shit, huh?
Huge Taliban supporter. No, but that was pretty fucking wild. I thought it'd be good to get you on. Somebody had to reschedule. Actually, the last two guests have had to reschedule on me.
That's because you're not very fun to be around.
I know. I'm working on it.
Yeah, you are.
Personal responsibility.
You're getting better. I wanted to come on this time.
But no, it's funny because I was like, okay, two guests canceled. Well, actually, they both just said they had to reschedule because both of them had last minute gigs come up, and I know that's true because that shit happens.
Yep.
But Taliban happened, and I was like, okay, Kyle or Jamal, who can I get on? I was like, last minute, who can I get on? Kyle or Jamal?
See, the thing is I'm gonna I'm gonna try to steer away from that shit. Jamal will be like, so here we go. Love you, Jamal.
I just thought it was
Thanks
crazy.
for backing me up all the time on social media.
I just thought it was crazy how many people are like blindly either praising or criticizing Biden or Trump, either one, because it's part Trump. It's part of an agreement he signed a while ago.
Yeah, that whole thing just is frustrating because I don't feel like there's many Biden supporters. It's only Trump haters, and that just is really frustrating.
I just think it's wild, dude, because it's like the just flat out denial, like this would have never happened if Trump was in office. Dude, I don't think you guys realize, like, this was literally part of Trump's agreement that he signed, and then I don't think you guys realize like how little the president is actually responsible for the ground level. That's the generals and the colonels and everybody way down the line. These plans were in motion way before, and I guarantee you Biden didn't come into office and go, "What are we doing with what? Let's cross-check all of Trump's ideas with the Afghan retreat." No, he was just like, "There's a plan. Okay, May 1st. Okay, there's a plan. Okay, cool." And he just moved on to other shit because that's what you usually have to do. There's not enough time to go back and fix everything Trump did or did not do correctly. It's a joke, dude. They're all fucking incompetent.
It's all a joke.
But there's just so many people
for the most part, a lot of people, I don't know. A lot of people see my Facebook posts. I'm just a poke the bear guy. That's all I am. I just like poking the bear. Like, is this gonna piss you off right now? Is this gonna make you maybe think about something? Like, I don't give a fuck. Say shit that pisses me off, please. I don't back down from any of that shit. And it's just funny when people are like, "You're this, you're that." I'm like, no, actually, I just think it's funny to find out where you're at.
Yeah.
And then I usually end up saying too much and going, "Oh shit," and then deleting the post.
Well, again, though, like even on the shit like that, it's like the mask thing or the vaccine thing. It's just like too many people think they actually know what they're fucking talking about, and it doesn't. Once they've picked a lane, it doesn't matter what information comes out to contradict that. They stay in it until they make themselves look like a lunatic. For example, there's certain people that still think coronavirus is fake because they jumped on that train, the hoax train, from day one, and they can't get off it. Otherwise, they have to admit they're an idiot.
It seems like it's more important to the fucking general public to be right themselves
than to be correct,
knowledgeable, and correct, and continuously learning.
I'd rather be wrong and correct than right and wrong, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It doesn't, but I get what you're saying.
like I'd rather be proven wrong
Yeah,
to then eventually
absolutely.
be correct about something.
10 years ago, that wouldn't have been me, but
It's like,
you know what? I've grown more in the last however long
think of it like
part
this.
of my life because
Think of
by
it like
realizing I'm not always right.
You own a drywall company, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if I came to work for you, the reason I would want to work for you is because perceivably you're an actual expert at the drywall craft.
Close, yeah.
Okay, so in theory, let's say I'm a journeyman fucking
Framer or something.
it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
But I'm in that field and I come to you with something and I'm like, hey man, this isn't right. And then now here comes the deal. There's two different types of bots. There's the ones that just want to be right, even though they're not correct.
Yep.
Right? But they're quote unquote right.
I worked for one of those.
And then there's the other guys that'll be like, oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And now we're correct because we can make the.
Yep.
But there's other ones that will just double down and go, nope. Because they just want it. They're not actually right. They just want to be right for the sake of being right.
That's like there's leaders and there's leaders.
And I want to. I'm the type of guy who, back when I did interview and shit, it was like, I want to work for you because you're actually correct. So when I argue with you and you prove me wrong, I can trust that you're actually proving me wrong and you're not just like running me in circles to make me think you're right to respect you.
It's not an above or below thing. It's a actual fucking
expertise.
Knowledge.
Yeah, expertise. Like you're supposed to be in charge, not because you're good with people. You're supposed to be in charge because you're an expert at this or all of our this.
Yeah.
And now it's more about like making people feel comfortable and valid. Like I get that, I understand that, but at the same time, it's like we got shit to do.
I saw a post the other day that I chuckled at. There's a reason why it's called the Bill of Rights, not the Bill of Feelings.
That's another thing, dude.
Woo!
That's another one of my favorite ones. Is people bring up like, oh, it's so much better in these European countries, and I forget which one it is. It's like fucking Norway or Sweden or Iceland or one of them.
Iceland's shit.
One of them where when you have a baby, there's a government approved list of 33 or 32,000 names you have to pick from.
Really?
Yeah, you can't name your kid whatever the fuck you want, dude.
Actually, I might not be opposed to that one, actually.
I'm just saying, dude, like when they talk about there's freedom everywhere.
I'm like, what?
But when you hear about that shit, when there's like, oh, you can be free anywhere, it's like, not like this, man. Like, we still
you can
to
be
this
free
day
here to think you're not free.
Fuck you.
I don't.
Like the
people piss me off, man. People just piss me off. And you know what? It's probably I'm getting old.
I just think
I feel like I did one of those like once you're like, and I'm not 40 yet, but once you're over that hill of like oh shit, like once things start pissing you off a little more than they ever used to, it's just such a downward spiral. It's like, oh, I don't like that. Well, I don't like that. Well, I'm gonna be mad about that, and it takes a lot of work these days for me to not just go like, fuck everything, fuck all of you guys.
Dude, for real, like I know exactly what you're talking. Somebody said some shit the other day about something, and I don't remember what it was, but it was basically insinuating that like simply because I own a home, I'm already in a place of privilege, and like therefore I have more to give.
Yeah. And
instead of arguing, I was just like literally like, fuck off. And then I just walked away because I was like, this shit ain't even worth my time. Because I'm starting to realize those people have no power. They'll never have power. The people in power earned it. Almost nobody who ran for office got it given to him. That's why Elon Omar cracks me the fuck up. Because she's constantly talking about racism and oppression and all that shit. And I'm like, so you, a minority woman who comes to this country as an immigrant, and within one generation, her own lifetime, rises to the Senate.
You're so oppressed that you were able to run for whatever.
Whereas me, somebody who's born and raised in Minnesota, I lived out of the state for a very short period of time, like literally a few months, seemed like a couple weeks, but and basically Minneapolis for almost 30 years now. Still in my same Like,
Still doing
but
it.
all my white privilege.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I'm Jewish. For real though, like it just cracks me up, dude. It's like you guys haven't really thought this. It's clear to me now that it's what we used to call, and I think this is good because I think if I'm an idiot. So if I'm starting to figure this out, though, that means other people are going to start figuring out as well things as well. I might be a little bit ahead of the curve by like maybe a couple months.
It's not hard,
but it's not years, right? Right? It's a low bar.
It's a low bar.
My point is like we used to just call this pandering.
Yeah.
We used to be able to see through a politician's bullshit to go, oh, like for example, she's trying to defend the retreat out of Afghanistan and say she was always anti-war. Right. But then in another tweet, she'll say something like, well, even though we abandoned the people, the Afghan people militarily, we shouldn't abandon them completely. And they still need our support. And it's like you're literally just trying to make everyone happy. Yeah. And you're the only people she's OK with pissing off are white dudes, which is fine because we don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
We don't give a fuck. You're not going to be in the Senate forever. Like, like she's not going to represent Minneapolis forever. Somebody else will eventually be in there.
Yeah.
Right. I just think it's hilarious though because it's pandering and that's all it is and that's all it's ever been. We call it virtue signaling now.
Oh yeah.
That's all it is. It's fucking pandering, man.
Oh,
People they're just trying to get votes, man.
Oh, speaking of fucking Dr. Scott Jensen, man.
Why do I know that name?
He's running for governor.
Okay.
He's running for governor.
Do you know Paul Tushy?
Yeah, I know Paul. I know Tushy. Yeah.
Liberty Longbeard.
Yep, Liberty Longbeard.
The guy
I haven't heard from him in years.
How would you describe Paul? He's either the most famous unfamous person or he's the least famous person because he's gone viral hundreds of times.
What was the first one he went viral for?
Oh, dude, it happens all the time.
I know, but there was
my favorite one was the vest the construction vest in Walmart, and they tried to tell him it wasn't up to the dress code, and he just turned and he looked at a girl in a bikini top, and he's like, "So what about her?" And they're like, "She's fine," and he's more covered than she was, dude. And like, he get escorted out by the cops.
Something like that.
Either the cops or management put it all on Facebook, went viral. Corporate had to release a statement that it absolutely was dress code.
Yep.
Because it is technically doing what it. Oh God, dude, that was my favorite one.
I haven't seen Tushy in fucking.
That was my favorite one.
10 years, probably somewhere at. When was the first time he ran for anything? Probably about 10 years ago.
Paul?
Yeah.
Doesn't he like do campaigns and shit? He doesn't run himself.
No, he ran himself, but. Down in like Egan area, somewhere out there. He ran for like, I don't know. I don't remember what it was. He ran for something though. I don't think he won.
Watching yourself.
Dude, I look good. Come on. I've been working for this. Did that make you laugh? Yeah, I laugh at myself when I look at myself too. Like you. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, man. Yeah, I'm good. I put a limiter on the chat.
Yeah.
Like if you motherfuckers want to fucking chat, you gotta subscribe to this channel for 20 minutes.
Oh yeah?
Yep. Only channel subscribers of 20 minutes or longer can actually chat now.
Who even was chatting with us last time?
I don't know, but it usually takes people a while to get in here once we first start.
Yeah.
Because most people have wisened up.
That shit again.
Most people have wisened up. Most people have figured out the first hour is just like bullshit. Getting into it.
Yeah.
Second hour you starts to get good, and then the third hour is when you get to the meat of it.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we'll be able to do a full 3 hours tonight, though.
I don't know if we will either.
We're both pretty tired.
Dude, I'm so tired, man.
We did start at a good time, though. We did start at 6:30, so it's not like we started at 8.
Yeah,
you know?
That's kind of why you were like, what time? I was like, I'll be there at 6, man. And it was actually perfect. I got home from the gym about 5:15. I was like, fuck, just get up, go.
You even went to the gym today.
4 days in a row, brother. Me and Colby and my realtor, Tim.
You do not rack a discipline.
No.
I mowed the lawn today.
Yeah, good for you.
Even though it was 90 degrees.
Yeah.
I made sure to get out there and do that. My wife's like, really? It's kind of hot. And I was like, yeah.
Dude, I've gotten to that point in my life where I hardly even notice what fucking temperature it is anymore. Because I'm either inside my office, which is in my apartment, or in my truck, and the AC's like all the way. So, dude, like fuck a week ago, I think I hadn't really been I mean, I've been like walking out to my truck or whatever and go to a job and come back But I, for some reason, saw these pair of sweatpants that I wear to the gym every now and then. I was like, oh, I should wear these to the gym. Fucking put them on. And then walked outside and it was like 96. I was like, fuck. I mean, I'm like instantly sweating. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. And then I went right back in and put some shorts on and came back out and I still was like, fuck, this is hot.
I put on a wife beater and had my sweatpants on. And I just rolled up the legs to the knees and just mowed the fucking lawn. I was like, we're doing it, baby. Sweat it out, baby. Like trying to trick myself that I'm getting a workout of some sort in. Which I guess sort of like relentless walking for, 40 minutes in 95 degree weather. It's like I got something good out of it because I do feel a lot better as well.
Yeah, dude, sweat it out, man. That's the way to do it. I've been trying to work out as much as I can lately because I'm trying to, I don't know, stay fit, something like that.
Yeah, me sort of too. Like I'm doing this weird thing where I am starting to get healthier. Intentionally, like by design. One of the things I've really been doing for a while now is focusing on stretching.
Yeah,
like,
dude,
not just the obvious shit that most dudes have issues with. I stretch everything. So I like go in and spend time stretching my calves. I stretch the front half of my leg. So from basically the top of my foot to my knee. I'll like invert, kind of like sitting now. Stretch that out that way. I do the bottom of my feet. I'll fucking stretch them out.
Don't want that plantar fasciitis.
Fuck no, dude. I do everything, like man. My hips.
Zerbiak.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro.
Ruined his career, bro.
That shit makes me feel so much better. And getting back at drumming, dude. And then I have slowed down drinking. Unlike you, I haven't quit for a while. I don't do that till October. I do sober October, but you're doing... You're doing something now.
So right now, I was like, I've just gone a little harder than I wanted to lately. And I was like, you know what? State Fair's coming up. I'm getting a little bit of a belly again that I don't want. And then it's the state fair. Like, I gotta fucking do something before the state fair.
Detox it up.
Yeah, yep.
So you can smash it.
That's
hard.
like, you were like, you want to go on? I'm like, yeah, but I'm not drinking. Like, instantly. It's like, nope, not drinking. Because last time I like brought a bottle, I'm like, go, like, drunk the whole fucking thing, which was awesome. But, so I just was like, well, I should probably do something. So, that was my rule is... except for this fucking energy drink I have right now. Just drink water and things that I make myself, or like banana or fucking fruit.
Right. You're talking about like your
Taco
own food.
Bell, like no Taco Bell, no fucking
making food at home.
Yeah, making food at home, and at least it doesn't have to be fucking chicken, broccoli, and rice. But I mean, I eat a lot of chicken, broccoli, and rice.
Shout out to Brad.
Oh, hi, Brad.
Thanks for dropping in, chat, buddy.
Yeah, and so that's been going well. But I just started that like Monday, and I was like, I can get 2 weeks in. I can lose a couple pounds, feel a little better, and then State Fair will hit. And actually, I don't really drink at the State Fair.
Oh, really?
No, I don't. I'm not a beer guy. Like,
believe
if
it or not, I don't get drunk at
beer.
the State Fair.
Yeah, I definitely don't.
But I drink a lot.
I brought a bottle of, because they don't check your fucking pockets as you go into the State Fair. They might now, but...
Dude, I'm going to check again because every year it changes. Rules change, but... Last time I checked, you could still bring in a cooler and ice and your own beer.
Yep.
And that's the way to roll. Get a dope-ass cooler on wheels or like a wagon, something like that. You throw a cooler in there, bring your own beer.
I just bring like a half pint and put it in my pocket of whiskey and just go.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing,
Although
man.
I did that once and I got hammered at the State Fair and it's super hot and around a bunch of people. I'm like, I got to get on a bus still? Fuck this.
I usually bring a 12-pack of like Sierra Nevada.
Yeah.
Throw it on ice. This year it'll be something much lighter.
Yeah.
Like the fucking Minnesota Gold or something.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'll throw them on ice. I'll have a little cart we bring around. But that's only if I go with a big group and like we're doing shit like with my family. That's how we used to do it. But dude, when I go in, it's just my wife. We don't even fuck around with any of that.
Nah.
And we get just enough drinks throughout the day. Mm-hmm. To where like I never even get past buzzed between the walking and the food and the sun.
And the sun, that's the biggest part.
I just go home baked.
Man,
I just go home excited. Like completely baked, like a piece of fucking leather.
Yeah,
like a piece of leather.
The reddish shit.
Yeah, you're just fucking done.
I can't wait, man. A week from tomorrow, like I've been kind of prepping myself to not go to the State Fair this year just because of everything that's going on.
Oh, you're talking about like pandemic bullshit.
And but I was like, so I've been kind of preparing myself, like, well, let's see, because I knew, like, what was it, yesterday, they released the rules for all that shit, and I was like, cool, good.
No masks.
You know, they want you to still wear one if you take a bus there, blah blah blah, which I don't have a problem with. I don't have a problem with any of that shit. I just want the option. That's all. Vaccines, all that shit. Cool, get them. That's awesome. Do whatever you want.
And I apologize to anybody.
The option.
I was wrong online earlier when I said they stripped all the good bands off, and they're all folksy and niche, and they're just now announcing lineup. So I kind of jumped the gun on that.
Although
one.
You forgot Shaggy and TLC, man.
Right.
It wasn't me, bro.
Yes, it fucking was.
Yeah.
And I caught you red-handed.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Don't fucking tell me not to chase shit. I'm not gonna chase whatever I want, you son of a bitch.
No creeps.
Oh man, I actually do like Teals.
I don't mind them.
They had some banger songs.
Hey, speaking of concerts and State Fair, they're not going to be there this year, but I just went to see the Beach Boys like a week and a half ago.
How are they?
They're getting old.
But are they good?
Yeah, I mean, it's still, it's what was it, 2 years ago at the State Fair was the last time I saw them before that. And that was when they had John Stamos with, which, by the way, that was the second time I've seen them with John Stamos.
Wait.
Yeah, Uncle Jesse.
He tours with the Beach Boys?
From time to time. This is at least his second time doing it.
Is that a shtick from the show?
Yeah.
From Full House?
And, dude, he even played a couple Jesse and the Ripper songs. I'm not kidding. I'm not fucking kidding, dude. I actually, for the first time in my life, bought a Beach Boys shirt.
So weird.
I think I've seen him 16 times. Yes.
No, the Beach Boys thing is fine. I'm just saying the whole Jesse from Full House thing. It's just weird.
Actually, it's funny. Like
he's actually pretty decent, though. Like I remember from the show, like him being a decent
he's Uncle
musician.
Jesse, dude. Come on.
He is gorgeous.
He is gorgeous. He's almost as good looking as you are.
Oh, buddy. Aww.
Yeah. So I saw them up in St. Cloud at that new venue out that way. I'm trying to think of what that one's called. Quarries, somewhere.
Where?
It's out in St. Cloud.
Fucking St. Cloud.
I don't know. There's a couple of things at Quarries out there. I mean, I know everybody. Well, not everybody. A lot of people probably know about the Quarries in St. Cloud.
I don't even know if I've ever played. I know I've been there. I know I've seen shows there.
I used to play
at
the fucking.
What used to be up there? The red carpet. The red
carpet. The Rocks, and then before that, there was the.
If I played there, it was those two clubs.
There's those two, but then there was also way back, the cafe, the something cafe.
Did one of them burn down?
That would have been the Press Bar. That's the one in the corner between what was the Rocks and Red Carpet. Yeah, the Press. I don't go there anymore though. St. Cloud's gotten a little rough for me. Yeah, I don't.
Don't they have a big meth problem up there?
Well, it's Minnesota. Come on.
We got a meth problem.
Yeah. Yep.
Except for the city. Weird.
Yeah, they're just used to it here.
No, it's just not a big thing here. It's more like suburbs.
Yeah. It's all those fucking privileged white kids, man.
It really is. Meth is the choice of suburban white kids across America.
I don't know.
Then what's the other one they're doing? Is fucking
I don't know.
The fucking opiate.
I don't know.
Fentanyl?
Oh,
fentanyl?
Heard that's bad. Oof.
Pretty intense.
I don't know.
I've
just
never
like fucking it. While you're camping.
I've never done it. Are you on the dad joke wave?
Dude, me and my buddies Mike and Dustin, fucking, we're bad.
Luke's pretty bad with him.
It's the dumbest shit in the world, but we were moving him out of his house, Mike out of his house, and dude, we just kept stopping and being like, and just saying the dumbest shit. I'm on a roll lately. I'm on a roll. I don't know.
The puns are what kills me.
I think it's because I'm so tired. they pop into my head, and I'm too tired and lazy not to say them.
I love them. I just don't laugh at them.
Oh,
but
laugh harder.
I smile. I think they're funny, but I just don't laugh.
I laugh at my jokes more than anything else in the world.
I laugh.
I'm the funniest person I know.
That's you might be the funniest person I know, dude.
Well, the bar's not very high then.
I mean, you're competing with Jeremy Blake and John Wheeler, so the bar's pretty low.
I don't know. Those
Suckers, gotcha.
Those three are okay.
No, I love those guys.
Yeah.
They're regulars on the podcast.
Yeah.
But fuck, I forgot.
Well, I'm almost twice in 6 months.
Yeah.
What was the last time? April?
Something like that.
It's April, May? I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah. So we had a bunch of Eon stuff to talk about that didn't happen. Well, no, we did a couple shows. We bought that bus and shit.
Yeah.
That bus has been fun.
Yeah, now you got shit you still can't talk about because
Yep.
you can't announce it yet.
Yep. So
Which
a couple
sucks,
weeks we'll announce that shit. But we're probably gonna put a music video out again. The one we've been kind of blatant, like.
Who does your music videos?
Well, so this one we did with Adam Standen. He did our first one too. He did the Fan the Flame one, and then the second one and third one were Evan, our drummer.
Oh, no shit.
That was 87 Seconds and Happy. Those two videos. Those were fun. So that's kind of where we're at with that. But who knows? We're still writing a new album and still not sure when it's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's holding it back?
Dude, just fucking having lives, man. It's
Who are you recording with?
with Ian Combs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's who we did our last one with. And we've been demoing with him for a while now, and we've got probably 4 songs that are, as far as demos are concerned, pretty damn far. You know, and they're pretty much radio quality, or not radio, fucking, release quality, but it's like they won't have a verse, and it'll have like chorus lyrics, but it's like half the lyrics like we're humming because we don't have that, shit like that, and or it's like you'll show a friend and it's like there's gonna be this part right here, but it's not here yet.
So how do you guys like write tunes? Is there one of the dudes? And if we talked about this last time, I apologize.
Yeah.
We were drunk.
Yeah.
So like, do you ever, specifically you, like, do you come to rehearsal with like a riff because you're the bass player?
Often, not
really.
I mean,
like, is it a guitar riff or is it a bass riff?
Like Fan the Flame, like our first video, that one, that riff and a lot of that stuff was I brought to the band. But then there's other stuff
like the guitar riffs and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but one of them, like the way, like Happy, that song, Blaine for some reason was just strumming that like shit in it. And I was like, keep playing that. He goes, why? It's dumb. I'm like, just fucking keep playing it. And I'm like, Evan, do like this thing. And he's like, all right, cool. Started doing it. And I kind of noodled. And up until like it was almost about to come out, Blaine was like, I fucking hate this song. Then he wrote the lyrics and melody to it. He's like, okay, I kind of love this song. I'm like, dude. Yeah, so I didn't really come up with that, but I pointed right at him. I was like, don't stop playing that. Keep playing that right now. He's like, all right, fine. So he kept doing it, and then it turned into that song. But then there's times where I'll show up and I'll be like, hey, I got this kind of idea. And then, like, we'll kind of jam some stuff and not. But more often than not, Blaine will come to us with something, and then we add to it, and then he'll add to it, and we'll take
That's
away
why
from
I
it and all
love
that. Yeah.
That's why that's why I get so fucking sick of playing by myself.
Yeah.
Started off, I was just doing rhythm guitar leads.
Yep.
And I was just like, well, I'll slap down writing the drum to like really be actually get anything done.
Yep.
Yeah, it's I play something like I don't hear any cool there, but you might. And then all of a sudden, boom, we got, maybe it's not even a whole song, but maybe it's a section that we use to finish a song.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, you know what? That's a great idea, but it doesn't fit. Let's move the whole thing up a step and a half into this key.
Yeah, exactly.
And now it sounds a little different, but it actually fits perfectly. Let's just do that. And it's like, oh my God, that's brilliant.
That's that's my favorite shit. I'm actually stoked. We Andy, who used to be in Black Days Down, Andy and I, he's now guitar singer of Arson River, but they haven't done much. He's building a studio out at his place, and we just finished up all the drywall out there, and so it's about to get primed. And so one step closer. He's a couple years into that build because he's doing it all himself. Like, put up a fucking, what is it? Probably, is it 28 by 28 structure, 10 feet high with pitched roof, everything. It's an actual nice building. It's like a garage.
Where is it?
Out in Somerset, his house in Somerset that he bought. And so we just wrapped that up. So I'm super stoked because Andy is like one of my favorite people to write with. He's to this day one of my favorite guitar players I've ever played with. And
Come on, do the podcast.
dude, I'll let him know. He would,
Building a spot out in summer.
Yep, he'd love to come on here. Andy's the shit, man.
Sounds interesting.
Yep. And he used to be in Black Days Down with me. Well, he started Black Days Down, and then I came in. And I'm stoked because he's like, hey, thanks for doing this, blah, blah, blah. I'll take you out to eat. I'm like, nah, dude, let's just fucking write some music. Like, I just want to write and record and release shit. I don't even care where it comes out from. I just want to put it out.
Right on.
And him and I always clicked really well. We had that new metal vibe, that shit that I love, that Limp Bizkit, Seether, Breaking Benjamin, like that early shit. Yeah, that's my shit, man.
I mean, I was into it when I was a teenager, and then I grew out of it, and now I've grown to despise it. And look down on it and judge people who still like it.
That's okay. Judge me all you want. Judge me all you want.
It's become a thing on this podcast where I've openly trashed new metal so much that people are now coming on like defending. They're like, I'm just gonna get out there right now, I like new metal, and then I laugh
So
at
do a
them,
lot of
and
people,
it becomes
man.
a whole thing.
Jump on the bandwagon. Stop being a hater.
It's not a bandwagon.
No, it's not a bandwagon. It's here to stay.
Oh, apparently my mic is cutting out. Hold on, I think I gotta fix something here.
When you talk.
The problem though, if I turn the gain up any louder, it'll start getting noisy. Yeah, because it'll start picking up the background fan. Let me see if I can figure something out here real quick. Nope, that's not what we...
Yeah, sorry, I'm so tired. I'm just yawning constantly.
Oh, you're good.
Work a lot. Yeah.
Let's see. What do we got here?
Where are you, sir?
Did I turn something off?
Who knows?
See what happens when we turn expander. Oh, it's the expander. But now you guys are gonna let me know if it's too noisy. I think I turned it. No, I didn't. There we go. Now it's on. But now let me know if it's too noisy. You guys might be picking up the fan. I can't monitor the actual line. I usually have to record these or stream them.
You have a fan on in here?
Yeah, below the table.
Oh yeah. Now that you said, I was like, oh, I feel that.
Yeah, dude, and it's like if I don't have that fucker on, it just gets too hot in here.
Yeah,
which is crazy because in the winter it gets freezing cold down here.
Yeah.
So it was like I had to have a heater on back there and shit. So it's kind of a weird balance we play.
Minnesota, man.
Yeah,
Minnesota, just all over the place. I love it here, though. I mean, it's going to shit, but I love it.
You
here.
a football fan?
Yes, I am.
What do you think the Vikes are going to do this season?
I don't know. I don't know. I've been like the biggest fucking Zimmer supporter, and like, I called Cousins coming here way before you, like 2 seasons before. I was like, he's getting signed here this year, blah, 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 whatever it was. And my buddy Travis knows all about it. He fucking wrote it down, saved the post, everything. And then when they signed, I was like, yeah. I'm not saying I wanted him, but I knew he was going to come here. And yeah, it's the whole like year on, year off, blah, blah, blah. I'm just starting.
How's that sound, Brad?
I'm just starting to get tired of all the shit. I'm just getting tired, man. I'm just tired. Like, can't we just win something once?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
And I'm not jumping the boat to anywhere else. Like, I'm stuck. I'm not gonna ever be anything other than a Timberwolves, a Vikings, like all that kind of shit. I don't like baseball that much. I try, but it's that's boring.
I think
I try with hockey too. I love hockey, but I just digest. It's not my thing.
I think the Vikings are officially doomed with Kirk Cousins, and I'm gonna say it now. I'm not sure about Kellen Mond.
I'm not either. I think it's
see.
cool.
We'll see.
I think it's nice that they actually tried something for once. That alone, I'm like, all right, cool.
But I think they got to blow it up. I think they got to blow it up and start over. I'm still okay with Spielman and Zimmer, but we need a real franchise quarterback to build around.
Yeah, that's like the thing is like, dude, the best part about being a Minnesota fan is that hope right after they blow everything up. Like, that's the most exciting time. You're like, oh, shit, maybe. Because we all know it's not ever going to work. Right. But that hope, like right after they blow shit up, where it's like, fire everybody, the coach, the GM, everybody, and they come in, and everybody else has their calculated response, like, oh, we got to change to get a winning culture, and blah, 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 all this bullshit. Feeding into all that shit is awesome. When it's like, oh, yeah, all right, then they make a couple big moves.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have a losing culture anymore, though. Like when we have a bad season, it's 7-9, 8-8.
Dude, that's the problem.
That's a bad season here. Yeah. That's a good problem to have.
Very good problem. But at the same time, it's also why we only get fucking picks 14 through 18 every fucking year.
Right, and that's where you got to just go, okay, we have a winning culture. We know what we're doing. Here's what we got to do. We got to trade everybody that we do have assets on for as many draft picks as we have. Let ourselves go 3-13 once, like way back in the day. Last time we did that, I think was under. I think we'd done it twice.
Maybe.
No, I think we did it twice, and I think it was under Leslie Frazier was the last time we did it.
Leslie.
And literally just do what you got to do to put yourself in that top 5, in that top 10. And time it to where you've got a Trevor Lawrence or a Peyton Manning or somebody like that coming out.
Man, I'm super stoked about who's the North Dakota kid?
Trey
Lance, man. I'm all about Trey Lance. And then who's the Ohio State guy? Justin Fields.
Bust.
Really? You think both of them?
Yeah.
God, you're just a hater, man.
No,
it's because they're black, isn't it?
Yep. No.
You did one of those to me earlier.
No hesitation. No hesitation. No, I went right with it, baby. Like, if you're going to do it, let's have fun with it. Yep. Yeah. No, it's not because they're black. I have historically a really good track record with predicting whether a quarterback's going to translate to the NFL or not.
Yeah.
I've only missed twice, and when I missed big both times. I missed on Russell Wilson and I missed on Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
But even with them, I was like, I don't know. Yeah. Like, that's kind of the approach. It wasn't even like bust. Like when I'm like, that dude's a bust. Colin Kaepernick, fucking RG3, Vince Young, like, dude, the list goes on. And like, dude, I'm telling you, those two are right in that fucking. And if anybody cares, we can talk in depth why. But
man, I just wish I
schematically and mechanically.
I started losing that childhood love of sports.
Really?
Yeah, it's just kind of gone.
That's what being a Minnesota sports fan will do to you, though.
I know, man. It's like
literally, that's what being a Minnesota fan does to you. Is like, by the time you're 40, you're just like, eh.
That's the thing. I'm like coming up on 40. I'm 36, and I'm like, whatever.
Last time we won a real championship, not that WNBA shit.
Why is that? Why you gotta say it like that?
Too small of a league.
Yeah,
it's a small league.
True.
Like it doesn't bring like.
Dude, it could be a 4-person. It could be a 4-team league if the Timberwolves still wouldn't win one. Fuck. In 20 years. Timberwolves are fucking
1991
garbage.
The Twins in 1991.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's it.
Do you know that in 91?
30 years ago. Literally, it's been 30 years since we've had any championship
89,
here.
I think. I was like 4. I won some fucking contest where I got to go to the game and like shake the and I got like a signed book from was it Humphrey then still? Who was the governor of Minnesota, like 89-ish. Maybe it was around Humphrey.
89?
87, 88, 89, somewhere around there. Anyways,
no, it wasn't
I was looking through
Humphrey.
like a bunch of my shit at my parents' house. I was like, what's this? And she goes, oh yeah, you won this. I was like, what do you mean won this? It's like
Walter Mondale?
Might have been Mondale. But I have like a signed kids book, and I got to meet him. I was like 4. Some contest for kids, and I got
Brad, you're old as fuck. Who was the governor of Minnesota in like 1989?
Yeah, and
I'm just kidding,
and she's
buddy.
like, yeah, it's like one of the only things you've ever won your whole life. I'm like, yeah, cool. But yeah, I don't know, it was something like that, and it was a Twins thing, but we didn't go to the game. It was, you could have gone to the game and gone on the field and all this stuff. I'm like, oh, whatever.
Crazy.
At the Metrodome. I got to play football in the Metrodome.
Did you?
Kind of. I didn't play. I went and picked up the tee, though.
I got to rollerblade. I got to rollerblade in the Metrodome.
Yeah? You know what the worst part about rollerblading is? Telling your parents you're gay. I don't. That's a joke.
You're canceled.
That's one of my favorite jokes in the world.
Single-handedly killed the entire rollerblading industry.
Since it's a big industry already.
Every teenager just went home and just threw them in the trash. It's like, fucking, I'm done with that. You remember the roller dome?
Oh yeah. World on Wheels in Cambridge. I just drove by the Coon Rapids one today. That's still open.
Was it what was that place called?
I don't remember what that one is. Just drove by it, the blue and red one or something.
Yeah, fucking what was that place? We used to go there and do all-nighters in middle school.
Yeah, I heard about that. I don't remember what that one was. What was it?
God,
Coon
what the fuck?
Rapids
Roller
rink.
Yeah, what is it?
Cheapskate.
That's what it's called.
Yeah,
Cheapskate.
And then didn't the one in St. Louis Park just closed like this week or this month or something like that?
Dude,
and actually, funny enough, in their article for like, you know, legendary whatever closing in the Star Tribune or whatever, in the photos, Chris Keene.
Who's Chris Keene?
My buddy Chris.
Oh, really?
He was at Rockfest with me. So he's just a good friend of mine. I was like watching whatever, not CNN, watching some TV station for some reason. It's like, oh, such and such roller dome from whatever is closing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm watching it. I'm looking. I'm like, and it was photos from a wedding that they had there. Sure as shit, it was like his brother's wedding or some shit. And he's like standing in the back of this, like the clip they have showing it, and I'm like, no shit.
Is it Rudy Perpich? Rudy Perpich? Is that? I think
No
that's
idea.
the governor from back then. Dude, you know what? Dude, Cheapskate, if they set it up right, would actually be a dope place to do a show.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It'd be the shit.
Like if you could figure out how to like
Get people to shows. I haven't figured that out yet.
Okay, so first and foremost, I got an idea for this. I'm being genuine.
Yeah.
Stop just putting a band together or like a bill together like, oh, it's these 3 bands, it's these 4 bands. No one gives a fuck about that.
No.
Make it an event.
Yeah.
Make there's like it's these 4 bands doing this.
Yeah, but then
right?
you have to
So
deal
like,
with the artists who don't want to do that.
Then fuck them because
exactly.
they're probably not drawing and making any money anyways, and they're not going to bring anybody to begin with.
Yeah.
So find the bands that want to have fun there, and then figure out a way to make it a thing, like a real event, something where it's exciting. It's more than just going and seeing a few bands. It's like like that would be fucking cool if you could figure out a way to pull it off. Whether you set up the bands on one of the sides, right. And I don't think Cheapskate is even remotely set up for this, but like if you could figure out a way to where like the rink is basically the pit.
Yeah.
Right? And so like you can fucking like be at a legit concert like rolling around fucking roller skating.
That'd be the
shit.
shit.
That would be so fucking dope.
When was the last time you roller skated or rollerbladed?
Believe it or not that long ago because I got nieces. I got nieces and they have birthday parties, bro. You know?
That's awesome.
So but that would be super dope. And then the other way you could do it is like if you could somehow wire everything through the middle and drop the band in the middle. Yeah. So everyone's skating around them.
Isn't that
would
kind of
be fucking
what's
cool.
the fucking bowling alley? Memory lanes or some shit? Don't they do something like that? But they
I
like
think
shut
so.
off like they shut like half the lanes off in the middle. It's something like that.
I know though. Don't they have like a fucking theater next to it? And I think they do shows there.
I think they built a stage that they like roll on top of a bunch of the lanes.
No
so
shit.
So it like doesn't touch the like scratch the lanes, and then you go up and play in there, and there's still like bowling on both sides of you.
That's fucking cool.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know, but I've never been there during one of them.
That's pretty cool. I know, like, because isn't that where they did that cool drone shot thing?
Yeah.
Okay,
and actually,
so
I think that's a buddy of mine who does those.
Dude, I want to talk to them.
Yeah,
I got a bunch of dope ideas. Dude.
I think it's Jay.
Like they've already gotten a lot of big
Jay
press.
Who did the artist? Jay, the guy who did all the artwork for Petrossy's albums.
No shit.
I think that's Jay. I think so. Maybe I'm making that up, and maybe I'm just giving a shout out to Jay. But I'm pretty sure that's who it is.
Yeah, I want to, dude. They've already gotten a lot of big press from that video.
They did one for the MOA, and then they did that one, and then they've done a couple other ones too.
I want to talk to those dudes on the podcast, but I also want to talk to them because I have some other really fucking cool ideas that I think they might want to be a part of.
Uh-huh.
But I'm pretty sure like they have the bowling lanes at memory lanes, and then if you just keep going like off to the side, there's like a theater.
Yeah.
And I think they do concerts in there.
I don't know. I honestly, I don't know if I've ever stepped foot in there.
I've been there, but I'd never seen a concert there, so I don't know which one of us. And maybe they do both, depending on the vibe.
Might be. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm super curious.
Honestly,
now.
Couldn't even tell you. I don't remember the last time I went to a. I don't remember the last time I went to
then, I don't know, man. And you gotta like
Minneapolis anything, let alone a show.
And you remember how like when we used to do shit, we'd work with fucking Joe and Bill and Shannon and the bar owners, where we'd negotiate and get drink specials and fucking. There was more hype back then to go to a show than there is now. Now it's just like so there's 3 bands. Like there's nothing even on the flyer that it's like 2 for 1 Miller Lights or whatever. 2 for 1 domestics. It's like, oh, hey, you know what? Boom, date night. Because that's how most people think. Like, oh, fuck, man, another fuck. Oh, you know what, though? They got fucking 1 beers, fucking $5 apps. You know what? Maybe that's what we should do. Trying to get the wife out of the house.
Man,
I could get in out of there for like $40, $50.
Ours was always like the $2 Yag Bomb night or $3 Yag Bomb night.
Exactly.
Like,
it's just whatever.
And I can't do Jager Bombs anymore.
You don't have to literally do these examples, but there was more thought. And then fucking Skywind.
Process and effort.
Dude, Skywind still to this day takes money and puts an ad up and gets a billboard to where when you're driving down the freeway.
Well, yeah, because it's Wally, man. Who wouldn't want to see Wally on a billboard? That beautiful motherfucker.
I thought it was Rich.
Well,
I think Rich is the pretty.
He's pretty good looking too, but Wally's got a special place in my heart.
That bass player is pretty cute.
Steve. I love Steve too.
I
haven't seen those guys in Brian. I haven't fucking seen those guys in so long.
I talk to Brian every once in a while because I run into him.
Yeah.
I don't know how and why, but like mostly at shows and shit.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think I've ever had more than a third station with Steve.
Really?
Not in my entire life.
I have. It's actually the first local show I ever went to was.
And that's not a diss on him.
I know, yeah.
It's just ironic to me. Like, I'm super tight with Rich. I'm super tight with Wally.
Yeah.
I'm very friendly with Brian.
Yeah.
And I don't know Steve at all.
I knew Steve first, actually. Steve's mechanic was the guitar player of my first band's dad. As weird as that sounds. So, like, here, grab me that water. Oh, cool. So when I was like 17, 18, they were playing, it was Skywind, Black Flood Diesel, Fighting Tongs.
Ooh, Fighting Tongs.
Smiling Liar, and Sunset Black at First Ave, like fucking sold out. One of the first local shows I ever went to, and he gave us all free tickets. So I got into the first fucking local show.
Okay, what old local band did you have to pretend you liked, but now that they're not around anymore, you can openly admit you fucking hate it because you don't care, because no one's around to offend anyone?
Boy, I don't know. The only reason why I don't know is because I don't care. I forgot. Like, I'm one of those people.
But there was definitely one of those bands back in the day from our era where your band was good, their band was popular. You had to pretend to like them for
Boy, I don't know, man. I don't
reasons.
even know if I can fucking think of any right now, and I'm not even trying to be like fucking.
I mean, you were really into nu metal, so you probably actually liked all the bands.
I liked all the bad ones. Fuck, I probably started half the bands.
Yeah, to Rudy Purpose. That's what I thought.
Boy, I don't know. Just anything pop punk, man. And then, of course, I got in the bands I was in. But I've never liked punk, man. I mean,
for me, it was Smiling Liar.
Yeah,
that was the band that like held weight. And I did not like that music. I didn't like the dudes in the band. Mm-hmm. Like, they were all kind of douchebags to me. And like, there was just nothing.
We shared a practice space with them. We had our fucking problems.
But I couldn't admit it way back then.
But no, I actually liked them quite a bit. And actually, and we weren't back then. But like Justin, the bass player, him and I are pretty tight now. But we don't talk anymore. Another
one was my own band, 7 Months of Nothing.
Yeah, they guys sucked.
We were really bad.
I don't know if
we were bad. We were an opening band.
Yeah.
Like, literally, that band never did anything more than opening.
Yeah.
We were about to move on to second on the bill.
Yeah.
You know, the way the old hierarchy worked. And then we broke up, or technically I got kicked out
Yeah.
I don't know how you. It was my band.
Yeah.
So the whole band left, basically.
Dude,
That's what really happened. Technically, the whole band quit.
Left.
And then they took the 2 new songs that we had all written together and were finished and were being recorded for our album.
Yeah.
They took those 2 songs like they owned them. And they're like, well, you can use the lyrics. I'm like, over what music?
Yeah, right.
I'm just going to... Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
It was so dumb. It was so fucking petty and so stupid.
I remember being in bands.
It didn't last long.
Being in bands back then and like some of the most petty shit. Like just the arguments and like, well, I did this. Well, you did this. Well, I don't want to do like they're like kicking people out and like getting kicked out and like having all these fucking issues and like, well, I don't like this person and they're fucking coming to the shows, so I don't want to fucking be there. But like just all the petty shit.
You know the one that pissed me off?
Early 20s.
We kick guitar player B out.
Yep.
Okay. The thing is recorded. It's done.
Yep.
But he's too difficult for us to move forward with. So right before it's released, we decide, you know what? We're going to let him go, and we're going to get a new guy.
Yeah.
We get the new guy, and then all of a sudden, we're back in the studio, and the new guy is rewriting all the parts.
Yeah, who cares?
Like, dude, the album was done. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Like, why are we spending any time... Well, he's not in the band anymore. So what?
Who cares?
Like, we still wrote those songs together as a band.
Yeah.
Let's put them out, make some fucking money, pay the dude the royalties he fucking deserves instead of pretending he never exists. Dude, that shit used to piss me off so much.
I think that's probably why I got so lucky, like, being in all the bands I was in, because there were so many times I would, like, join a band. I think probably 1, 2, at least 3 times I joined a band where they were, like, in that position, and I'd come in, and bass is already fucking recorded on them, and they're like, oh, well, I suppose you want to come in and do this. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll just play the parts. Like, I'll learn them. I'll play them however I want to play them live, as long as you guys are cool with it, and do it. I never made a fucking fuss about that shit, like, ever. And it just always irked me when people would make issue with that. I'm like, dude, who cares? Who cares? That's actually how I've lived most of my life, though. Is I'm like, who cares? It's fine. It's fine.
That's such a privileged
where are you going with this one?
perspective to be able to have, because you are able to have so many opportunities in your life to concentrate on that you
fuck off.
You have the ability to say who cares because they don't affect you.
Actually, that was a very bullshit together fucking sentence there. That was pretty good.
It wasn't bullshit.
Like, that was semi convincing. Not really, but I mean, I could see how that could it
would resonate with a certain crowd.
Yeah, you say certain crowd. I was going to say a lesser crowd, but no, that just sounded that sounded privileged.
I trash everyone. Like, if you guys are watching this or listening and you don't understand, I trash the right, I trash the left, I trash everyone.
Dude, that's the thing is, like, I know that I know a lot of people probably know
I trash myself.
My political views pretty fucking strongly, but like, I'm a poke the bear guy, man. I know I don't know if I said this when we were live or beforehand.
I think you did.
I just fucking love poking the bear, dude. I love seeing people be like,
I think this was on here.
And like being that fucking devil's advocate, like, well, what about this? What about this? I just fucking loved it. I love that shit, man. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a bad person. I don't know.
I mean, it's definitely not healthy what you're doing.
No, probably not.
I mean, it's probably fine for you because you get healthy amusement out of it. But I don't think it's good for the rest of us. What you're doing to us, you're basically gaslighting an entire fucking group of people.
Yeah, something like that. Who knows? Whatever.
You're like the fucking Loki of Kyle's. All the Kyle variants out there.
Yeah.
And this is the trickster version.
Oh, God. Speaking of, let's go into that. Dude, so have you seen all the TV shows so far?
All the Marvel ones?
Yep.
Not What If.
I haven't seen the What If yet.
Perfect. I don't really care to.
I do.
I mean, will, but not like.
Yeah, same.
Not like the other shit.
But the 3 that came out already. The WandaVision. Is that you? The WandaVision.
Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah, the one. Oh yeah, it's that. I keep thinking it's like a phone. Okay.
I don't think they can hear it.
But
it was your dude that did. Dude, here's the thing though, dude. It was like the fourth time I did it. The look on your face, dude, the disappointment. You're like, okay, we get it. Like, oh my god, you went from like totally cool to like psychopath or disappointed dad. I couldn't tell. That's the other thing. I couldn't tell which, like. I either almost got murdered or just got fathered.
That's how close I ride the line all the time.
You were just like,
thought
okay.
I was fine
You were
this
like,
whole
okay.
time, and then just flip.
Okay.
That's how
And
close
that's all I
ride
got.
the line to just wanting to fucking murder people. I'm like,
okay, I got it. Okay, I get it. It makes noise. Cute. Okay.
as you do it again.
Dude, that kind of humor really gets me. When you do something
I'm crying
for so long it stops getting funny,
Yeah.
and then it gets funny again because you keep going.
That's why I love that shit.
Timing that shit out is great.
I love
That was great. That was fun. Okay, so yeah, Marvel TV.
I love the Marvel movies, obviously. And the WandaVision, that was good. It was kind of cool.
How
The end
weird
was
is
cool.
it that it's not dumb that two almost 40-year-old
Talking
men
about comic
who
book
shoot
TVs.
real guns in real
Yeah.
life, you own a business,
Mhm.
I sort of own a business, an entertainment thing, you know what I mean? Like, we're professionals, like we're not I was just thinking about this last night. Because I was watching some streamers, and they were some kid was trying to talk shit.
Yep.
And he's like, "Oh, whatever, you're sitting here doing this. You probably live in your mom's basement." And I was like, in my head, I was like, I actually own my own house.
Yeah.
Even though he wasn't talking to me,
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, that's funny because I've heard this said to me.
Yeah.
And they're like, and then the next line was like, "You're probably fucking unemployed loser." And I was like, actually, I'm about to do a podcast here in a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about all the other dudes like us, and like. Yeah, if you think about a dude who plays video games, right?
Yeah.
And watches Marvel and is super into it, you wouldn't think of dudes like us. You'd think the stereotype would paint you like a really nerdy simp, beta. You know, even if he has a podcast, it's
the new trailer's out. Let's break down the Easter eggs.
Wow, you do that really well. It's like just natural to you.
It's natural.
Natural. Natural.
Oh, we need to make a T-shirt that just says "natural" with the long A. Natural.
Natural.
Yeah, I just think it's hilarious that like grown ass men like us, like we'll go shoot real guns, like we own real guns. You own a business.
Dude,
fucking,
I bought 4 guns.
we're
last
both
year.
like professional.
I've done 0 to 4.
We're both professional touring musicians, and we will nerd out like a 14-year-old mid-pubescent boy.
Oh God, yeah.
With bad acne. And $6 in his pocket, eating milk duds. Popcorn. Geeking out for the same reasons. Getting goosebumps. Dude, for me, like, and I know we want to get to these TV shows, but the two that hit me the hardest, one is super obvious that everyone cheered for, which is obviously when Captain America picked up the hammer. That was dope, right? That was dope. But for me, it was when fucking Fat Thor went like this and became dual wielding Thor, and I was because I loved Fat Lebowski Thor. I loved Lebowski Thor, and I loved dual wielding Thor. I think it's like the most badass fucking of all badassery, and I wish they would have stayed with that for longer, but I just think it's hilarious that we're not complete dubs.
I wasn't a huge fan of the whole like overarching story of Endgame, but I like how they treated all the characters.
What,
in
like
Endgame.
the time travel, you mean?
Well, yeah, that.
Like how they got it done?
It was cool, but it was like they kind of cornered themselves into having to do that, which that I'm okay with. If I had to choose what the last story for that whole group of people was, it's probably not how I would have done it. But you couldn't have done it any different way and still given everything to each character that they deserved.
Yeah, that's what my question, because I understand my question exactly would be exactly what you just kind of mentioned is like, how else could you have even done it? Because you had to get all the stones back unless you just immediately eliminate Thanos' second snap to destroy the stones, right? Then I guess you go back, you get them. But by the time you have Captain Marvel and the team, you can pounce on like they did, you know? So it's like, I thought it was kind of clever. I thought it's really cool how they used it to set up everything else. And did you see the new Eternals trailer that just came out?
I haven't seen the trailer yet.
Dude, so I don't know if it just came out today, but
think it was today.
there's a quote in the trailer, so it's
Yeah.
not a real spoiler. When Stark snapped the gauntlet and brought everybody back all at once,
Yep.
that much influx of energy started something called like the awakening or the happening or some weird shit.
Yep.
And so
Galactus.
Well, the Eternals and Celestials and that whole cosmic side.
Yep.
And then I don't know, man. Like, I agree with you because it feels like it's kind of clunky and they really contradicted themselves on the time travel rules. Like, they literally said in one scene, but I don't know. I don't want to nerd out too much because you could literally go, yeah, but they didn't.
Yeah. There's so many
they were theorizing, right?
Yes.
That was their opinion, but we're showing you logistically or logically how the mechanics actually worked out. But then if you literally just follow this is what I'm getting at. If you follow their own mechanics down the rabbit hole, there's holes in their own logic.
Yep. And that's the thing is, like, I'm okay with story, like, liberties due to storytelling, like needed liberties, you know, where it's like, all right, we kind of have to we have to kind of ignore this to do this, and it's like, all right, which one works better, which one's more entertaining, which one does more justice to the characters, and I think they did a really good job of that.
And in case anybody's confused why the fuck I backed up and had to start at Endgame is because all three TV shows start
immediately after,
or within a period, like WandaVision is like, several weeks
Loki
after.
Is so good.
Yeah, Loki literally happens during Endgame,
during the middle of it, or technically before.
No, it's right.
It's like
it's
during
right
the whole
it.
thing, before, during, and after it, because like it starts in the middle of it, which is in the past. So
I see what you're doing. I see. It starts in 2012. Yeah,
and that's where the whole like, how is it? But
but those events. See, and this is where we're now. But those events happen to our 2020 Avengers, and the 2012 version of Loki that didn't escape. So you're right, it technically happened back then in 2012, but it happened to our Loki that eventually dies in Endgame again.
Yep.
Or in Infinity War?
Infinity War.
Yeah.
No, in
he
dies right
at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
But regardless, so Loki starts off like during Endgame.
Yeah.
During the movie, because the movie
Infinity
goes
War
back.
Is the best Marvel movie yet.
I think it's definitely up there because I always love a movie where the bad guy wins.
Yeah,
like you're just left feeling defeated.
Movie. It was a Thanos movie.
Right. I love it. I love it.
I saw,
and that's really what it is.
Something.
It's basically a truncated Thanos in the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yep. I saw someone posted something that was like, imagine if Avengers and Marvel and everything ended after Infinity War.
You'd have been cool with that.
It'd have been awesome. I mean, it still was awesome, but it's like, holy shit.
Well, and they could have rebooted from day one and started all over again in another version of the multiverse where that hadn't happened yet.
I actually love the whole multiverse thing they're going to now. Like, it is awesome. The whole fucking dude, Loki explains so much and like actually made me excited again. I've been super excited about all the Avengers and all that stuff.
Do you think there's more than one TVA now? Since the end of Loki. Spoiler alerts, fuckers.
Spoiler alerts. Yeah. I think there's always been the potential for them. The only reason why there hasn't is because of what's his name? The one who remains. What's his fucking? He's a variant of.
Well, he's a variant of Kang.
Kang, yes.
Kang is a bad guy that hasn't shown yet.
I'm super stoked about
Immortus.
Kang. Yeah,
He's
super
Immortus.
stoked about Kang.
The version we've seen in Loki is Immortus.
Yes. And I'm super stoked about that because it's now getting to the point where they can do anything they want, and it's like actually
they got to be careful
justified.
though, man, because it can get real convoluted and contradictory.
I know it's going to be real tough to pull back from it. That's going to get where it gets tough. Like, how do you let viewers, like the general public who views your story, how do you tell them now to wrap it in 10 years from now?
Yeah, I think they're going to have to. So here's what I think they're going to do. And this is what I think they have to do is basically set up versions of Kang because it's a timeline thing now.
Mm-hmm.
but none of that happens until like 3000 something.
Yeah, but
Remember
that's
that?
when, but
Or
that's
2300.
but
It was
that's
like
what's cool about him
2300.
is in around that year is when he gets the time traveling ability, goes back and starts conquering civilizations and timelines. So
I
that's
wanna
why
know-
it starts, is because
but
he
I
goes
don't-
back.
I don't know if
And
he
start
actually
splitting.
goes in the past to conquer,
He does.
or if he actually just like goes to other multiversal timelines and conquers in that same. So like when
it's all of it.
I know
He
in the
goes-
comic books he does.
Yes, that's.
I know in
oh,
the
yeah,
comic
okay.
books he does.
To say in the comics he does, which is what's cool.
But again, if you think about time travel, right? Like as soon as that happened, as soon as dude died, then if any king was released, he would instantly spawn an infinite number of variations of him across timelines and multiverses. So
That's why,
meaning,
remember in the end of Loki with the one timeline, how
Yep.
all of a sudden he was like,
Yep.
that's literally that happening instantly.
exactly.
Because that went away, and then now time isn't as much of an objective because he went back, and all of a sudden it's like boop, released, and it's all these different variants going back, and that's them just seeing all the time frames just split off randomly, like, oh shit.
Exactly. Past, present, and future.
Yep.
So
Uh-huh.
now what we need to do is any movie that we know takes place after the TV show of Loki, regardless of what time period it's in,
Mm-hmm.
if we see any references to Kang, whether it's from ancient Egypt, like in the comics,
Yep.
you see what I'm getting at?
Uh-huh.
Then we now know this movie is in that multiversal world
Yep.
after Loki.
Yep.
Whereas like we can see there's no references to Kang or anything
Yep.
like that in Black Widow.
Yep.
So that's still in like our normal
I haven't seen
pocket.
Black Widow yet.
It's
I've heard
it's fine.
Good. Yeah, I've
It's
been fighting
fine.
on it. I just don't.
I mean,
wanna,
there's some really bad parts.
Yeah.
Like it's one of the worst movies they've made, but
Yeah.
it's still really good.
yeah,
Like it's still really because it's fucking Black Widow. She's dope.
Yeah.
ScarJo's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
Marvel's dope.
And I really like the dude who's from Stranger Things.
It's
I can't think of his name.
better than Thor 2.
What sucks is my girlfriend
But
and I
it's
are right at about Thor 2 in the timeline because she hasn't seen.
And it is
Much
better
of
than
it.
Iron Man 3.
And I'm like, fuck, we're getting to that point where it's like, all right, Thor 2, Iron Man 3, like we're in that part. And I'm like, let's just get past this.
Are you watching them in chronological
Yeah,
or
yeah.
timeline?
No, in timeline. So
Timeline's
we
the
watched
best.
Captain America first.
Yep.
Then
That's the way to
Captain
do it.
Marvel. Then however it went.
That's the way to do it.
Which I didn't like Captain Marvel either.
No, because and I can
Brie Larson's just boring.
Well, and I can tell you why that movie sucks. Like logically, from a writer's perspective, the reason that movie sucks is because it makes the classic mistake of telling you everything instead of showing you things.
Yeah.
So, for example, and they set up false tropes.
Yeah.
So throughout the movie, we're constantly warned and told that she needs to get her emotions under control. But we never see the negative consequential side effect of her losing control over her emotions. Why? You see, like
Yeah,
why?
exactly.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? It's things like that, and these are just a couple quick ones because you could do 2 hours on that movie.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want to do that. I'm just
No.
going to point out a couple things. There's that, and then every time they wanted to explain something of importance,
Yeah.
they just
Told you.
used something and
Yeah.
told us. So it was a
Yes.
flashback in memories.
Yep.
And then the Supreme Intelligence just showed up and
It's all
told her everything.
Stupidly blatant.
Yeah, it was exactly. It was just. It's a poorly written movie.
Yeah.
It's a very poorly written movie.
Yeah. I didn't like how they it's like they put it together for all this like they did.
It's
they
those two
literally-
things.
Even until now, they still don't need her in here. Like they could have not done her yet, and everything would have been fine.
Well, the problem with her.
And so it's like,
the
why'd you
problem with
force
the
her
character-
in and then not use her in Endgame?
Well, it's the same reason she wasn't working in the comics.
Yeah,
She's too overpowered.
Yeah.
It's fucking Superman.
Yeah.
It's the
that's
same.
why Superman's not that fun to watch for a lot of people because he needs flaws.
Wasn't he the one of the most popular comic book characters of all time? But I think, what is it? There's something where it like flipped.
Yeah.
Like I think it was like either a new generation of writers or a new generation of readers. Something I was watching something on the history where like all of a sudden like Superman was still a thing and still sold, but he was always like he had to be used sparingly and few because he was just literally
he could do anything.
Exactly until they killed him when they did Superman Dies, because I remember being in school
and then it
for
became
that.
Everybody comes back like.
Not only does everybody come back, but then it was like, okay, so everybody just finds some way to kill him with kryptonite.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, so he has one weakness, so everybody just attacks him with kryptonite. So that became a trope as well, right? You're going to see that, and that's what people already feel about Carol Danvers is like, we can't relate to her, because that's the other thing. She also showed zero vulnerability in her movie. That's why Captain America is probably, the original one, is probably the best written movie. Is because they show everything that Steve needs to go through to where whether you can relate to him or not at the beginning, you can relate to him at the end. Like when he gets his ass kicked in the alley as the skinny kid, when he falls in love with the girl that's way out of his league, when the only thing he has is fucking cleverness and he gets the flag. Like these are things anybody can relate to regardless of whether you're Captain America. So by the time he makes his hero's journey, every beat makes sense and there's an emotional connection. And they also showed us everything. They didn't tell us anything.
Exactly.
We went on that journey with him. Completely the exact opposite of Carol Danvers. She was cocky. She never showed weakness. She never like the whole thing was like she falls and yell at her and then she gets up. What kind of an arc is that? No one can relate to that. Even most women can't relate to that,
right?
Unless you're like literally who lives like that? A hooker?
Couldn't tell you. Oh,
must have got burnt. You just fell from the sky. Yeah. Oh, I bet you got caught in one of them cobwebs and fell. But yeah, like seriously, who can relate to that story? Who can relate to that? Hookers.
Yeah.
And maybe slaves.
Yeah.
Which I guess are the same thing, right? Because aren't most hookers like, because the way I think of it is like hookers aren't free, right? They're like kind of oppressed by pimps.
Yeah. I mean,
it's kind of like the same as slavery, right? So like those are the only people that can relate to Carol Danvers before she becomes a superhero.
Wow.
Am I wrong?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about
Am I just too high? I just too high?
Kind of high.
Whereas Captain America's story, I think anybody can relate to that. Getting bullied, not having a shot with somebody who's way hotter than you, having a good moral heart, but that's not good enough. You know, being literally quote unquote defective because he had all those health conditions. All of those things, and then he fearlessly goes to save his friend, even though he has no real training.
Doing it anyways. He
has no idea what he's doing. He had just gotten out of boot camp. He's got this super soldier serum. He doesn't give a fuck, though. He's going after his boy because he finds out they're going to leave him hanging out to dry. Like, that's something everybody wants to be, even if you can't directly relate to it. It was just, it's a relatable story. And then same thing. That's why Thor, the first two, didn't do well.
No, it was...
Like, they're not good movies.
Which sucks, because I actually really like Chris Hemsworth.
I love
Chris Hemsworth.
And I love Thor. Thor is my favorite Avenger.
Oh, God, yeah. I absolutely love him.
In the movies.
Yeah, so...
Most people say Iron Man, but...
Yeah, Iron Man's mine, but... I
can't relate to him.
I know it's basic, but
I can't relate to him, dude.
I just love him.
He's smart. He's good looking. He's witty. He's rich. You know, it's like
why do you think I relate to him?
It's all adding up.
It's all coming back to me. The speaking of Iron Man, the Shang-Chi stuff coming out.
It's racist. Shang-Chi. Appropriating son of a bitch.
Whatever. Shang-Chi?
I actually think it sounds better as Shang-Chi.
Oh, so is it?
It's actually Shang-Chi. If you want to say it correctly, it's Shang-Chi.
No one's ever told me that.
Shang-Chi.
All right, so Shang-Chi. Not
that anybody gives a shit.
No, it really it plays back to the first Iron Man movie, like a lot. And also the first Hulk movie.
I wonder. I'm very curious because it's got the 10 rings thing in it, so I want to see how much it ties back to that. It does bring in back Abomination from Hulk.
That
That's
part
sick.
I'm stoked about.
That's fucking sick.
Well,
And
the
it
10
is
rings
Tim
thing-
Rath. Did you know that?
Yes, it is. The thing about the 10 rings, though, is the terrorist group who captured him, captured Iron Man, when he made all that shit. You see behind them, it's 10 rings.
Yeah.
So they're
that's
tied
not
in with
them.
that group.
But that's not them.
But
Was
they're
all.
tied in with that. They're tied in with that whole.
That's what I'm curious about.
Sector or whatever.
I want to see if it's some people because
That's what they've said it is.
Did you ever see the Marvel one shots? So they did something called All Hail the King. They were a bunch of one shots, and they were extended versions of the original cutscenes.
Yep.
And some of them are like an extended version of a cutscene that didn't make it into the post credits.
Yep.
So like you remember at the end of I don't know which one it was. Fucking could have been Captain America, could have been the original Iron Man, could have been Hulk.
Okay.
But at the end of it, Coulson drives up to a thing, he gets out, and there's a bunch of people with a pickup truck trying to pull Thor's hammer out. And he picks up his phone and he goes, "We found it."
Yeah, that's at the end of I don't remember which one that is. But I remember seeing that. I'm like, "Oh, yes." I just saw that end credit scene for some reason.
Yeah, because you restarted the timeline.
Again,
okay, so that little bit right there, for a while they were doing called Marvel one shots.
Yep.
And they were about 3 to 7 minute long, and that was a long one. Usually they were like a minute and a half to 3 minutes, but they were supposed to sort of bridge the movies and explain little stuff.
Now I remember
and
that.
And one of them was called All Hail the King, and it's the Mandarin from Iron Man, Trevor Slattery, that British actor who's not really the Mandarin.
Yep.
And he's doing something in prison. And then he turns around and somebody confronts him, and they're like, I can't remember how they phrase it, but they're like, so and so wants his name back.
Oh yeah,
And so it made it seem like they had just taken the name The Ten Rings and the Mandarin.
Oh yeah,
and went.
I could see that.
So now I want to know though if that is true, or if that was just like.
Yep.
If they were working with old boy from AIM, what's his name? The fucking the white boy with the flamey hand thing.
Oh yeah,
fucking Burn Boy, whatever the fuck his name is. I can't remember his name.
Oh my god,
it's stupid. Fucking Iron Man 3. We're talking about. You're about to watch it again. You'll know
I'll
exactly.
Text you.
Right. So technically, I think it's technically at the end of that movie.
Probably that sounds about right.
Is where the one shot takes place because the Mandarin is already in prison.
Yep.
And that's where all that comes out to light. Right?
Yes.
Because we know about the 10 rings in Iron Man 1, but the Mandarin shows up in Iron Man 3.
But both of them apparently are in Shang-Chi.
The real 10 rings and the real
Mandarin.
That's the point.
Which I don't know much about the Mandarin at all.
So we want to know how much that actually connects to the original two Iron Man films. That's what I'm curious about.
And that's actually, I was... something I wasn't interested in that new movie coming out, but I was like, well, I was kind of looking for something to make me interested in it.
Oh, plot theory.
And so
plot theory.
Yeah.
Here's how I would write it.
Okay.
You want to retcon everything?
Sure.
Just hit me.
Oh.
Okay. You fade in. The real Mandarin and the 10 Rings organization is watching the fake Mandarin, the fake 10 Rings, run around and bastardize their name.
Yeah.
So Shang-Chi gets offended and says, "This is why," or not Shang-Chi, because Shang-Chi's the good guy.
Son of that
the Mandarin,
guy.
the real Mandarin, says, "We're no longer respected." And he goes on his version of the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Gathers up all the rings to become a bona fide villain.
Yep.
And then Shang-Chi shows up just in time to stop him. So that's how you retcon the first two back into it, and you motivate the villain
probably
with an authentic motivation. That's how I would write it.
That's probably not too far off.
That's how I would write it.
That's pretty good. I'm gonna keep that in mind when it comes to watching that, because that's actually not.
Because you got to motivate them. That's why Thanos was such a great villain. That's why the Joker was such a great villain, because the Joker, you understood his motivation. If you listen to his dialogue, It's all about the idea of flipping everything on its head to the opposite of what you think it is to show the anarchy that is and the primal instinct of all humans.
Like poking
the bear, bud.
Yeah.
Right? Thanos, you understood his motivations.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
it made sense.
It made sense. Whether you agreed with it or not, you at least understood.
Oh, he's evil.
Yeah.
He's evil.
and you
but
at
it
least
made
understood.
sense. Again, like Hitler. Like Hitler made a great villain because he's evil and it makes sense.
Yeah.
So you can see how this shit makes evil sense.
Yep.
So if we allow this to continue, we're all doomed. That you see what I'm saying? Everybody can relate against that enemy, that type of enemy.
Yep.
The Joker, Thanos, real world, Hitler, Stalin, Mussolini, these guys where it's like, oh, this is logically going to work if we allow it.
Yep.
That's evil. We can't let that happen.
Yeah.
When you see a madman in Africa or the Middle East or, you know, fucking medieval France or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, he's insane. But that shit doesn't even make any sense. He'll never get any ground with any of those ideas. Don't even worry about
that's
it.
harder.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's how I would write it. So now the Mandarin has a motivation.
Within the context of what you've seen, so it already draws people like me who loved Iron Man and didn't even know it's Shang-Chi. Draws people like me.
Neither did I. Neither did I.
You just made that shit up.
No,
now
it's
I'm
true.
Like, now forever,
it's
I'm like,
true.
Oh, it's Shang-Chi.
It's definitely.
And next time I come on, you're like, what the fuck you calling it Shang-Chi
It's definitely
for, bro?
Shang-Chi. It's definitely
You're
Shang-Chi.
fucking setting me up,
but I did not know that until the movie was coming out.
I didn't even know who he was.
I definitely knew of him because I thought that comic book was probably one of the dopest comic books because I was a huge fan of
Ted Ray was it?
Well, back then I called him Shang-Chi when he was white.
How white of you?
No, you know what? Actually, I think I'm thinking of Iron Fist.
I never got Iron Fist. Never understood that.
It was cool.
Yeah. You know who I'm really excited for? Is that fucking Venom. The first one, but I love Woody Harrelson.
Do you think they're gonna like do a genuine like?
I think they're gonna.
Here's
bring
what
it
I want to
together.
know.
I think they've set it up where they can bring it all together.
Because it's
the multiverse. It's another way around that too.
Well, because it's the last of. Hold on. Let me just make sure I'm not fucking this up. Universal is why Hulk doesn't get his own movie, but Sony is the one who has Spider-Man and Venom and all of that.
Yep.
Now, here's what I understand. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sony has worked out a deal with Marvel to do Spider-Man movies. But the Venom movies and any Morbius, all that, they're doing that on their own.
Yes. But they're talking about bringing Spider-Man into that, which would then connect all of it together.
Right, but I don't trust them.
I don't either.
Like, unless they bring in Marvel to work with it, because that's why Marvel works, is because they're 4 movies ahead.
Yep, exactly. At least, if not 10 movies ahead.
Oh, probably, yeah.
I guarantee you they know exactly what they're doing for the next 10 years. Exactly. Or at least roughly
100%.
To the point where they put fucking Easter eggs in these movies that you won't even hear about until we're in our 50s.
And I think they
did. You realize that, right? When we're in our 50s, we're going to be talking about this same thing, and we'll be talking about Easter eggs that happen in movies right now for 15 years from now.
Yeah, if they don't fuck it up.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
As long as they don't fuck it up.
There's even been some like X-Men fucking Easter eggs and shit like that already. Like a bunch of there's been
well, and that's what I'm saying is like they way back planted Easter eggs in the first few movies with the hopes they might do Infinity War, but not really ever knowing that they would get there to the point of if you did like somebody decoded it that the movies spelled out Thanos.
Yeah.
Like or not the movies, the stones.
Something, yeah.
Like the time stone.
I think I saw some about that.
Fucking and like it was something I can't remember what it was. It was like the Tesseract,
whatever it is.
You see what I'm getting at? Like there was one missing, and and we like everybody kind of figured out Thanos was coming before they ever even announced it. They had no true guarantee they were going to get there. Then once they knew they were going to get there, I think they started planting all these Easter eggs going, if we can get back to these and tie these in, cool, they're here now, it'll make us look like rock stars.
Exactly.
If not...
Which it does make them look like rock stars.
But if not, then they're just cute little nods to the super rubes who are into it.
You know Chris Hemsworth did make an appearance in Loki? He did voice something in Loki.
Yeah, as Throg.
Yeah. Which is awesome.
Which is Thor Frog.
Thor Frog.
Frog is Frog Thor.
Yep.
That's fine. We can fucking. I'll just turn out the.
I'm a heavy mouth breather.
No, he's not saying that. He's saying the fucking camera switcher.
Oh,
I get it. Here's the thing: is there's no proper way to do it unless I have somebody who's switching it.
Someone actually switching it.
I'm waiting for him to put in either a hold or a release.
Oh, so right if it switches, it has to stay there for at least 4 seconds or something.
Yeah, or
that makes sense.
Or it delays, a half a second. Before it actually switches, because right now it's like...
Because there's times where I've noticed it's just right back and forth.
And I had it fixed for a while because I would have them at different volume levels, but then the same thing, it still eventually catches up. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. And it's either that or I want it to leave when your source drops below.
Yeah.
Instead of moving to your source when...
being triggered by its lack of holding on.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's they'll eventually do it, dude.
Yeah.
It's an open source program, right?
Yeah.
So like people who use it and know what the fuck they're doing will be like, "Yep, I put in the patch, blah 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 blah," and then it's like a bunch of other programmers will like go through it and edit.
Yeah.
They're like, "Yep, this is legit." They'll release the update. If there's a bug, like within a week or two, they patch it.
Yeah.
And it just keeps getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
Better and better, and they'll eventually add to everything. But
yeah.
It's
kind of how that shit goes, though.
Dude, it's free, man. How do you complain with free software? And it's the only way to do this unless you go drop thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars on real TriCaster software.
For probably the same bugs and same problems and same shit. Maybe a little less.
I mean, it definitely works better.
Yeah.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
Especially on like a Mac. But once it breaks... Once you're fucked.
Yeah.
You're done because it's a piece of hardware and software.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I can't complain. I just appreciate you guys not fucking unsubscribing. Some people have we've lost a bunch of subs. We should be at 400.
What are you at now?
30 something.
Oh, that's awesome.
Fucking
more than Neon has, I'll tell you that.
Well, here's the thing: is like we would be at 4, but we lose subs.
Oh yeah,
and it's weird because like it used to do this bobbering thing, but I'd always gain 3 for every 1 or 2 I lost.
Up 3, down 1.
Yep, but it was like this, right? And then we went a long time where we weren't losing any subs at all. But our gain rate slowed down to a trickle. But it was like, okay, we're not losing anybody. We've kind of found our audience. And then all of a sudden now it's like I literally go between 302 and 306.
Yeah.
Just up and down.
Just up and down, back and forth.
Up and down. As fast as I can get them, I lose them. And it's like, okay, clearly I'm doing something wrong. Something about my content.
Well, you have me on for a second time, so I mean, something's not right.
I think that's the last time I got good new subs was when you were on. I'm just kidding. God, I'm just joking, you guys.
So anyways.
Oh, he did say you're a heavy mouth breather.
I am. I totally am.
Here's what it is.
You should hear me snore. It's fucking terrible.
I have it set at a lower sensitivity to switch back to the guest.
Oh, yeah.
So when we're having fun riffing back and forth, usually I leave it on the central cam.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm doing like an interview and people are talking for long periods of time, that's usually when I do the switcher because then I can back off control when it switches with my own volume. But when we're having fun, chilling, bullshitting like this, I forget about it.
Yeah.
And honestly, out of the corner of my eye, it just looks like Chad is blowing up.
Yeah.
Which I've been working on physically ignoring so I can concentrate and hang out with you guys more because I feel like that's part of the big regression in content quality is we've gotten too caught up with chat.
Yeah.
Talked about this with Greg Chilton too. It's really distracting. You know, you guys come here, you spend all this time and energy to come here, and then fucking you tell something interesting. But I'm so distracted between being a poor listener, poor podcast host, trying to produce my own thing, and moderate comments or monitor comments at least.
Yeah.
I just get distracted and I start interrupting and cutting off, and it's like it's just bad. So it's like I'm trying to figure out how to evolve this thing and streamline it to the point where it gets back to what we started off, the original intent, which is us hanging out, no distractions. But people like being a part of it. It's a huge thing that people dig.
Well, it's cool to have it too.
And then what I tried to do is go like, okay, so we're gonna really hang out truly for the first 2 hours, and then in the third hour, we'll dive into the comments. But I mean, that doesn't seem to work either. So I don't fucking know. We're figuring it out as we go. But back to this Marvel thing. No, I'm super stoked for all the same things you are. I heard Shang-Chi is amazing. The Eternals looks way better than I thought it was going to be. Yeah. That new trailer is
I haven't seen the new one yet, so I'm pretty stoked. I'll probably watch it tonight.
It's pretty fucking cool, dude. Yeah, I'm surprisingly, and just honestly, just to have good content coming back.
Yeah,
it's been tough, dude.
Ghostbusters coming out soon.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I can't wait, man. That last trailer gave me goosebumps. The moment they went to that last little with the red phone,
Dan Aykroyd picks up the phone.
The moment it clipped to that, I was like, "That's Dan Aykroyd's phone." Like before anything.
Apparently
we're closed.
Apparently, every single one of them make a cameo in the movie, except one.
Probably Harold Ramis, or no, well, obviously Harold Ramis, but probably Rick Moranis.
No.
I fucking hope so.
Is it Harold Ramis? Did he die?
Died, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's.
But it's about his grandkids.
Yeah. So that's the one that doesn't make the cameo.
Yeah.
His Harold Ramis. It's Bill Murray.
Rick Moranis
that and who's the black dude? What's his
Hudson.
name? Ernie Hudson.
Ernie Hudson. My buddy Derek hits his aunt's husband. Actually, is Ernie Hudson. He gave me
shit.
Yeah. Derek for my birthday like 2 years ago. He had his uncle send me one of those. Hey Kyle, here's your birthday videos. I was like, and actually, I don't celebs, whatever, cool, whatever, blah blah blah. But the fact that he was like, he just went and did it. I didn't ask for it, nothing. And I don't know, he gave me like a 30-second like happy birthday, video thing. I was like,
that's fucking cool,
motherfucker. That's awesome. Like I actually was like, holy shit, this is fucking cool.
No, that
Ernie
is
Hudson
cool.
Lives in Minnesota. He walks to the Mall of America all the time.
That is fucking cool. Yeah. I got some of the more famous people I know to make videos for my dad.
Yep.
With all this hell shit that's going on. And the family thought that was pretty
cool.
So it's kind of the same thing. Yeah. Like they're my friends, so I know them. It meant a lot to me, but it was way cooler for them because it's like, wow. Is there any? So for me, it's happening less and less with athletes as I get to know more and more of them. But I'm never awestruck or starstruck or fanboyed by musicians ever.
No, I'm not really either.
Ever. Like even ones I'm fans of.
Yep.
The only one I might fanboy over for sure is James Hetfield.
Yeah.
I'd lose my shit because that's not just a musician.
I have one or two of those maybe. And it'd be like Justin Chancellor.
Okay.
He'd be one of them. Probably anybody from Tool.
Who's Justin Chancellor?
Bass player from Tool.
I don't know that.
Anybody from Tool, I'd probably be like, elite, like to the point where I'm like,
what's this back?
Oh yeah,
very comfortable.
Where I'm just a little like starstruck. Not to the point where I'd be like, oh my god, can I shake your hand, blah, blah. But celebrity wise, just general celebrity wise, I was thinking about this the other day. He's getting old enough now where I'm like, I think I might actually try to pay to meet him if I have to, because it's like one of the. I haven't told you yet. I think there's one person I might be that much where I'm like, I have to meet this person.
He sounds like an owl. Who?
Yeah. Who? Bill Murray. I know it's generic and it's basic.
No, it's also it's just dope here locally. I've been trying to
I want to go to the Saints game knowing he's going to be there just to fucking bump into him and go, hey, and shake his hand. Like that's I literally.
Well, and 6 degrees of separation.
Yes.
There's people we know that know him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And none of it matters. Like, and it's not hard to get his information.
No.
The only way to book him, the only way to get him for anything, because I've been trying to think about this, like, man, I wonder if I'm at the point, because he'll do anything he wants, no matter whatever it is.
Yep.
Like, it could be my podcast, literally, realistically. This is not delusional. Here's the point. Mm-hmm. If I feel confident enough, I have the ability to get that fucking number and is what you do is you call, and it sounds like a tape machine.
Yeah, you leave a message, and
it's not a tape machine, but I think he imported an old tape message, and it's just a voicemail. You leave a voicemail in this mailbox, and if he calls you, he's in.
Yep.
If he doesn't call you, don't call him back.
Nope.
He will listen to it.
Uh-huh.
And you can do it like, I think I heard Rogan talking about it. It's like you can call him like once a year before he blocks your number or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Because like he definitely got the message.
He doesn't care, yeah.
He definitely got the message. Don't call me again in 3 to 6 months offering me the same thing. If a year from now, like, because he's talked about his podcast, like Rogan's talked about it on the podcast. He's talked about getting Murray on. He's like, I called him a couple times. He hasn't called back.
Yeah.
He's just not interested.
Yeah.
And people would be like, oh, if he's not interested in Rogan, why would he do yours? That's exactly why
he would.
That's exactly why, because he doesn't give a fuck, and he owns the St. Paul Saints.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, what a wild story. Think about this. He did this way before the St. Paul Saints ever became real. They started off as essentially a beer league baseball team. Then they graduated and became, I think it was a single A affiliate of some random MLB team. But guys like Daryl Strawberry would come because it was fun. We were good. Mm-hmm. We drew people. And then the city of St. Paul offered to build them a new stadium. Yeah. And then we became a double A team for somebody. Then the stadium got built.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, just this season, the Saints became the official triple A team for the Minnesota Twins. Uh-huh. And you know what's fucking weird? Is we didn't make Rochester our double A team.
Yeah, right.
Rochester is still a triple A team for somebody else.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it was like, we should have had, other than single A, we should have had all of those teams here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking weird.
Well, and that's like
But that's how dope the Saints are. And Bill Murray owned them during that whole thing.
Yep. Or he's like a minority or majority. See, some kind of an owner.
Oh yeah, he's part owner. Yes, he's part owner.
When he bartends, what he does?
You know how much money he must have made?
Oh God, he's got to have
Think
so
about
much
that.
money.
How much do you think it cost him initially when the whole thing as a businessman?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna start a baseball team. What? How much?
Enough that he didn't care about.
50 grand?
Yeah, probably something like that.
He threw up 50 grand. Yeah. I bet you that 50 grand is worth $1 million.
Oh yeah, something like that.
Bet.
Yep.
I would bet.
Well, Dan Aykroyd own a fucking liquor company too, a vodka Dark Skull. Or
that's just the craziest shit, and he will do anything he wants.
Well, when he bartends, you know what he does? He'll go bartend, and he'll be like, "Hey, what do you want?" Someone will be like, "Oh, I want a whiskey Coke, and I want a beer." He'll go, "All right, cool." He'll go grab a bottle of tequila. He'll pour you 2 shots of tequila and give it to you and go, all right, cool. Next person, what do you want? They'll say what he wants. So he's, all right, cool. Pours them both a shot of tequila. Walks away. Like, he only pours shots of tequila to people.
Didn't he do a cable access show?
I don't know, maybe.
I think he did a Minnesota cable access show because somebody got that. And this is, I think subconsciously, this is where the idea got planted in my head. Yeah. And I might be making this up. I might have dreamt this, but I am almost 100% sure this really happened. Mm-hmm. I believe a local cable access show, basically the equivalent of a podcast, but way back then on cable access, got that number we're talking about, left him a voicemail, and in, on, or around opening day of Saints season, when he comes in for every game, he came and did that show.
Yeah.
And just because he thought it was hilarious, he just like he didn't say that.
You should get that number and put a fucking call in, man. That'd
be
amazing.
Man. I don't want to.
Who cares? Do it.
It would be amazing to have him on, but I don't even know what I would talk to him about.
You wouldn't have to know
because I think I would fanboy out. I think I might fanboy out.
That's okay. He's so used to that.
Because that's what I was getting at.
He's got to be so used to that.
This is what I was getting at earlier, though. Is like. I probably wouldn't fanboy out, but like I never have been impressed or starstruck by musicians. I used to get starstruck by athletes until I got to know a few of them. Yeah. Now I don't know, but it used to be like other types of stars, like, you know, even actors and stuff. And now it's like I don't even respect most actors. Yeah. I can't stand most actors, honestly. But being in the entertainment business, I think I'd be cool and chill enough But like I was gonna say, like Rob McElhenney from Sunny.
Oh yeah,
Dude, he's got a new show. Have you seen? Do you have Apple TV? You got iTunes?
Yeah.
You do the monthly thing?
Yep.
What do you do? The $10 a month?
Yeah, the $10 one.
Dude, so they just relaunched it.
Yeah.
For $5 extra.
Yeah. You get Apple TV shit. Or
yeah,
like
it's just unlimited Apple TV. And if you got a girl or friends or whatever, so for $15 a month, I got iTunes for me and the wife.
Yep.
And for $5 extra, I share my.
Gotcha.
So it's basically. It's
$20.
It's the same price as if both of us just signed up for iTunes separately.
Yep.
See what I'm getting at?
Exactly.
That's how I justified it in my head.
Yeah.
And we both get Apple TV. Done.
Awesome.
And I can add 3 more people.
Awesome.
So if I get my mom to get an iPhone where we started the podcast, I can get her everything for free.
Yep.
He's got a new show called Mythic Quest.
Oh, I've heard. Oh yeah, Mythic Quest. I've
where
heard
he's
about it at least.
he's the founder and designer of a game.
Yeah.
It's the world's most popular MMORPG, and it is amazing.
Yeah.
It's so good, dude. So fucking good.
And it's only an Apple TV though?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're actually getting pretty good. They got another show called Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
With the dude from Saturday Night Live, Jason Sudeikis.
Oh yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Apple TV's actually got some good content. They just don't have a lot of it.
Yeah.
They're not Netflixing it.
No.
But so far what I've seen has been dope.
Yeah.
So I'm like ready to start giving their other content a go.
I just went through. I've been on a stalemate lately with a lot of TV shows, but fall season's coming up, and the last season of Walking Dead's coming up, so I'm pretty stoked. I'm still on that. I'm still on it.
I did get back into it. They lost me for a while. Like hop back up. They're killing me with the breaks.
Yeah.
I can't do shows that do mid-season breaks anymore. That's what I decided. Yeah. If you do mid-season breaks, I'm done until your whole season's over, and then I'll binge it.
Yep. See, I think this is going to, like, The Walking Dead this year is probably, it is the last season, but it's like a year and a half. It's like a fucking, it's like a 2-season season. It's like a fucking 30 episode.
But they used to do it every 6 months. They used to do a half. And now they do
a mid-season this.
Yeah, and now they do a half a season every year.
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting at. Like I'm done doing this 2-year gap between you finishing a story. Shit.
I think this is going to be one of the last years that I stick with the show the way I have Walking Dead. Like, I love it.
Well, you know it's over.
Yeah. It's coming. It's going to be.
But they're
over
doing
there's spin-offs and all that.
Fear is still going, right?
I like Fear. Fear's starting to get good, but it's.
And that chick is smoking.
Which one?
That young one.
Which I don't know which one from.
She's from the 100.
I don't even know which one you're talking about.
The daughter. First season, you got the junkie brother.
Oh yeah,
and the hot daughter.
Yeah,
that girl's gorgeous. She's still beautiful.
Yeah,
she was in the 100, dude. That girl's
I love
fucking.
the 100, man. That is one of my favorite fucking TV
wasn't
shows.
it so bad?
It's like,
it was so bad.
It's the best CW style show I've ever fucking watched.
Hands down.
Usually that's
down. And dude, here's the craziest thing. The first season is so bad between the writing, the acting, the special effects, everything.
Yeah.
It's so bad it's almost unwatchable.
Uh-huh.
But I'm into shit like that.
Yeah.
Like the whole concept of the show, I'm into it.
Into it.
And if your concept is dope enough, I'll look past the bad shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, it is so crazy because that show actually got better and better every season.
Dude, every season was so much better than the last. And even the last season, I was like, okay. And that was a good ending.
Yeah, that was my point. And they actually ended it really well where I was like, dude, that was really good.
I can't be mad.
I'm like, exactly, dude.
And
I was like,
I wasn't even like sad it was over. It was like the perfect length. It was perfect everything. I was like, that was perfect. Awesome. I mean, I was super sad because it got really, that last season when it started getting in with like the wormholes and shit, dude. Fucking awesome. I love that shit. That sci-fi shit. Like
that's
all
what I was just gonna say.
That is my favorite stuff.
And they ended it leaving us wanting more because the last season is the best season.
Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely.
It actually wraps up shit from the beginning.
Yep.
Makes the whole insanity of the show actually seem like they thought about this the whole time, like a Marvel movie.
Yeah, it's like Lost figured out how to end it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they did know what they were doing the whole time. Only they didn't. This is the brilliant part. The writers admitted this way at the beginning. how do you guys come up with like a season arc? And they go, literally, here's what we do. We think of what's the worst possible thing that can happen.
Yeah.
And then we figure out how to make that happen.
Yeah.
Like, that's how they wrote every season.
Yeah.
There was no overarching idea. So, and then there's the classic writing tropes. You got to get the cat out of the tree shit, right?
Yep.
So we got to solve the problem. But that's all they did is like, they're in this spot. What's the worst thing that can happen?
Yep.
Make that happen.
Yep.
And then get out of it, obviously, blah, 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 blah. But they kept getting better and better and better at it to the point where whatever the last season is, season 7 or season 10, I don't even remember.
6 or 7, yeah.
I don't even remember, but I remember going to my buddy. I was like,
start that over.
I'm like, bro, they could just like keep going.
They could.
I knew they were ending it.
Yeah.
And I was like, but they've gotten so good at this.
Yeah.
And now with this season, with the wormholes and multiversal ideas, I was like, they could just like literally keep going now.
Yeah.
It was so great. And then they didn't. That's the point, is they didn't. They were like, now is when we end it. They did a really good job
of like getting to a point where they're like, oh, okay,
this shit's dope.
We did a really good job. This is a good ending. Let's just be done.
Wrap it up.
Let's just wrap it up. It up. Yeah, they that was good. I still tell people about the 100. Like I forgot about that show recently, so I'm gonna probably restart that.
Still to this day, I'm itching to find another show like that. There was one I got really into, and they left it on a note where it's like they could have continued, but I think it just kind of like subtly got canceled. Travelers on Netflix.
Oh, I watched a little bit. I couldn't get into that one. There was another one I got into.
I'm a sucker for time travel, though.
Yeah, that's never been a real big thing of mine. But the whole like spacey stuff, like I was a huge Trekkie.
Did you watch
Picard? Fuck yeah.
No, I wasn't gonna
actually, dude. They have the TV show Picard. Really good, really good. Is it not focusing right?
Yeah, it'll focus back.
Yeah, there we go. I can't beatbox.
It'll refocus.
It's fine. I'm not that pretty, anyways. There you go. This is good entertainment right here. This is fucking American cinema at its best.
It'll find you.
Yeah, whatever. There it is.
Boom!
Boom.
Oh, dear.
Boom. Dude, I look a lot different than I did last time. I fucking cut my hair and then I started growing it again and fucking put some weight on, took some weight off. Fucking life's up and downs, man. Holy shit.
You look fine. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, I know.
God,
dude, I look good.
Don't look
Fuck
such
off
a
this
bitch.
fine bullshit. I look great.
You sound like you're pandering for fucking pity comments. Oh, I'm fucking doing this. I'm fucking doing that. Blah, blah, blah. And people are going to be like, oh, you look great. And you're going to be like, oh, no, I don't. I'm fucking fat. Blah, 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 blah. You look fine. Shut up.
I don't like those kind of comments. Those are just dumb.
The other ones I can't stand. There's two.
I'd rather one of my friends goes, yeah, eat another fucking taco, motherfucker. Dude, if it wasn't for tacos, I'd be so much skinnier.
The ones that drive me nuts, dude. There's two types of posts online that drive me nuts. It's the ones where it's like somebody publicly professing their love for their girlfriend and how great they are.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like, then just tell her.
Yeah.
Like, why are you telling me on Facebook and tagging her?
Yeah.
You want her to see how much everyone else likes your post about how much you love her? Like, what's the I don't get it. And then the other one is like oh fuck.
Yeah, I don't like those posts either.
It's like people's struggle with certain things.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Like I get there's certain people
like
I follow and shit.
Or professing something that you like want,
like their entire social media post consists of whatever their struggle is.
Yep.
Right. So it's like their battle with sugar, their battle with anxiety, whatever. And I have sympathy for all those things.
Yeah.
But it's like when that's the only thing they post, it just drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to hear about your battle with carbs.
Yeah.
Every.
Ugh.
You know what I mean? It's just like, or like the people who like the only thing they do is post inspirational quote memes.
Yeah. I'll do one every now and then.
I roll through my feeds though, and like as soon as I see a certain thing,
Unfollow.
no, it's like I already
love the unfollow.
I already
button.
know who posted it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I bet you that's this dude.
And you, by the time you look up, like
Yep.
you're, yep,
That's him.
Oh yeah, I've gotten to that point, dude. I just got to the point where I just
People are
unfollow
probably
people,
with
man.
that, like that with my Instagram, because it's basically just flyers for the podcast.
Well,
Thank God for reposting. Did you see my story before your flyer?
Nope.
Dude, that girl is so funny, dude. I laughed every time I watched that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She's like, I may be hot, but I be taking mad dumps. Big stinkies. Hog piles. The whole thing. And I be farting. Above all else, I be farting. Dude, it is so fucking funny. I take Jeremy. I was like, found your wife, bro.
Yeah.
I take Jeremy Blake. Found your wife, bro. I may be hot, but don't get it twisted. And it's this weird little hipster white girl
Yeah.
with this corny accent, like talking total like hood lingo, but as a white girl.
Yeah.
I may be hot, but don't get it twisted. I be taking mad dumps. Dude, I laughed so fucking hard, dude. I giggled every time, dude. Every fucking time. Because, I'd send it to somebody. They'd respond. And then I'd fucking check it and watch it again. Still
Then you
giggle.
watch it again,
Still,
yeah, and you
still
still
giggle
laugh.
the same way. The first,
Yeah.
dude, the other one was dude, and this is a classic meme now. You can like rearrange this joke however you want, but dude's like pulls up to the fucking fast food restaurant. He's like, hey man, I want you guys to know, I think you should know, there's a weird guy over here saying he'll give me a blowjob for a Diet Coke. And they're like,
Told him to get the fuck out.
okay,
But he went that
thanks. And then he goes, yeah, so anyways, can I get a Diet Coke? And the people over the intercom just bust out laughing.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, tacos, and he holds it up. He went that way, and he got a
went that way, and
taco.
he's got a bag of tacos. So give me a beer.
I love those.
Yeah.
Those are like dad jokes of fucking
Yeah.
Instagram clips now.
Yep.
I get it. People irritate me online. I probably irritate everyone.
Oh God, I know I do. Oh man.
I'm accepting it.
I'm like I said, like we talked about before, I love to poke the bear, man.
What pokes your bear? What gets you going?
What pokes my bear? People that take things too fucking seriously.
People that want you to pay more taxes
Oh God.
because you have too much.
Yeah, like I don't already pay enough fucking taxes. I'm an employer.
Really though, honestly, I think if you're in a position to tell other people they have too much, you're actually in a position of privilege that you're unaware of.
Yep. I would probably lean closer to yes on that.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Like you're able to recognize that and point it out. Like,
Well, and you have enough to worry about what other people are doing
yeah,
too.
exactly.
Like that's a privilege,
Mhm.
is to have enough time, energy, and luxury to
Every time
worry
that
about
word
what somebody
comes up,
else is
I
doing.
think about the Incubus song "Privilege." It's like one of my favorite Incubus songs.
I remember it.
It's off of "Make Yourself." It's like the fucking first track on "Make Yourself," I think.
Yeah, I
don't.
I wasn't the biggest Incubus fan. I liked
Dude,
him.
I just went through a fucking Incubus phase. It was awesome.
Like for the first time?
No,
or
no,
like
no.
again?
I've been a huge.
You went through
huge
like a
Incubus
rehash?
fan. Yeah. All of a sudden, like, what was it? Some fucking song came on a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago, from Make Yourself, or no, not Make Yourself, from Morning View, and I was like, "Fuck, I haven't listened to that album in so long."
I'm going to write an album and I'm going to call it Bake Yourself.
Bake Yourself. Yeah, and so
No,
I just
it's going to be,
turned
it's
on
going to
Morning
be,
View, and I
it's, no,
just
it's going to be
listened
like Bake Yourself.
Bake Yourself. It's
Like-
like what, $3.75 for
Yeah,
about
like
20
make
minutes.
your own fucking cake
Yep.
and then eat it.
And then eat it too.
It's so unfunny. It's funny. It's like the 100 of jokes.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's
Yeah,
good.
it's okay. Could have been better. Could have used a little icing on
And
top.
then fucking eat it.
Ugh. Yeah, no, I haven't had much cake lately either. I'm not much of a cake guy or pie guy.
So State Fair plan. We're going
Friday morning. I'll be there at about 8 o'clock. I'll be there till close.
and you just basically hang out at Coasters.
Well, so every time on Friday, the first day, I've done this every year, except for last year.
So I love rituals. I love these style rituals.
Yep. It's I go there alone. I mean, if anybody wants to come with me, they're fucking more than welcome. But I go there alone.
You're not fucking welcome to come with me. I fucking go alone, and you're not fucking welcome.
Yeah. Well, I just go, and then I walk in, and almost the first thing I ever do all the time is Luigi fries. The fucking most basic, it's just bread with cheese. That's it. Luigi fries. I get Luigi fries, and then I kind of walk around a little bit, and then I go sit at the K-Fan booth. I literally sit in the fucking... What are they, the bleachers, and watch the morning show, or like
and you get there at 8 a.m.
Yeah, but well, I know a couple times I got there like 7 a.m. because there's people there at like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, basically sunrise.
Yeah, and I just go sit at the K-Fan booth because that's all. I mean, I'm a musician who listens to talk radio all day. It's like all I do.
That's super common, by the way. I don't want to get sidetracked. Keep telling me about your strategy.
And so I sit at K-Fan for a while, and then I start looking at Facebook and whatever, and seeing I'm at the fair, so and so, and I'll like message someone like, hey, I'm here, or I'll start getting messages from people like, yo, I'll be at the fair at this time, whatever. And then by about noon, I've already kind of gotten up, walked around a little bit, come back to K-Fan, sit there. I'll usually, about an hour into Common Man, I'll kind of just, all right, cool, start walking around, and all of a sudden I'm going to Coasters.
Like 2.
Yeah, something like that, because he's on noon.
Oh, wait,
he's
noon to 3.
Noon to 3. So around like 1 o'clock, maybe.
God, we're such rubes.
I know. I'm a fucking rube through
Me too,
and
dude.
through.
Me too. Especially, there's something, not only is it super common that musicians listen to talk radio in this town, you'd be blown away by the percentage of musicians that listen to sports talk radio.
Oh, yeah. That's like all I listen to is sports talk radio.
It's weird.
And you know what? This coming from the guy who said, I just have lost my love for sports. It's just that I love that kind of talking. I don't necessarily like that topic.
And the personalities, too.
Yes.
Like, we grew up with these dudes. Like, in Minneapolis, these guys, well, Twin Cities, these guys have been here doing this for now 20 plus years.
Since we started listening to it.
97 is when PA showed up.
Yeah.
Barrero was a writer before that.
Dude, it used to be PA in Dubay.
I mean, I literally remember Corey Cove being an intern.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now he's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we grew up with these people. They're like and they're not your classic radio personality. Oh, hey, it's KFAN in the morning. Yeah. Well, they're normal guys. They talk like this.
When you hear Common talk about spinning hot stacks of wax on Cool
Spinning hot stacks of wax.
Yeah. He still does Cool and Away every now and then.
Yeah.
That's one of my presets.
He also
cool
does stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a joke.
Yeah, I know it is.
Get it?
Yep. So getting back to my full day at the State Fair.
Funny.
By about 1 o'clock, I'm over by Coasters where Johnny Keat
You're not that
is
funny,
usually
though.
playing. Me? I know I'm
No,
not.
Common.
Oh.
I mean, he's kind of funny.
His shtick. I like his shtick.
You know, because we obviously know that he watches this along with Bert.
Oh, yeah.
Along with Bert Kreischer watches this podcast.
Who doesn't?
Apparently, Bert Kreischer's a lukewarm fan of this podcast.
Oh, yeah? Kind of like your talent, lukewarm.
Are you talking about your career, dude?
Yeah. Music, right?
Lukewarm.
At best. Fuck.
Apparently, Bert Kreischer does watch this podcast. He's a mediocre lukewarm fan. He would like it more if we would say greater things about him.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, I kiss his ass all the time, so I don't know what he wants.
Yeah.
Sounds like an unpleasable tyrant to me.
How? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Never met him.
I'm just kidding. He doesn't watch this podcast.
I didn't think so.
But apparently he does. Apparently he does watch
random
small podcasts. He was just talking about it again. And
I've watched his a couple of times. Who's his buddy?
And he's called out a few people, not by name, but he's like, and I have seen your bullshit podcast, and I do know where you live in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And I'm such a narcissist. I was like, oh my God, is he talking about me?
Yeah, that's me. The one, it's Bert, and who's the guy?
The fat one?
Yeah, the other guy that he does, that they have that.
Tim?
I don't remember his name. It's those two and Joe Rogan and the one other guy who do all the Sober October shit and whatever. I can't remember his name, but
yeah, Tim.
I don't remember his fucking name. He's the bald guy.
Tim Lagura. Laguru?
Tim
Laguru.
whatever. Their podcast
Tim
is actually
Lagaru?
pretty fucking funny sometimes.
Two Bears, One Cave.
What is it? Two Bears, One.
Two Bears, One Cave.
Yep.
Dude, it's Tom Segura. I'm just fucking around. That's a whole bit. I feel like everybody just does Bert's name. They should do both of them because like those are the best ones.
Dude, Segura's 10 times funnier than Bert.
My favorite is I heard recently that Bert got doxxed.
Doxed? What's doxed?
It's when people take your real, true, personal information and put it on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
So people had his address and his phone number.
Yeah.
And Bert's cool with it because, like, if you somehow got Bert's phone number, he would usually answer and talk to you and sometimes even call you back.
Yeah.
He was just fucking cool as fuck about it. And he was telling stories and shit. And he was telling the story about how he was in the car with Tom and somebody called him and they just go, "Is this Bert?" And he's like, "Yeah, this is Bert." And he goes, "I'm a bigger fan of Tom's," and just hung up. I'm like, that's fucking funny.
Awesome.
That sounds like something I would do. And it's not even true.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually technically maybe equal to both. If not, then I think I might be a bigger Bert fan. Maybe. I don't know. But I would say something like that just because I think it's funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, I say shit I don't actually believe all the time just because I think it's hilarious
it's
to
funny.
hear it out loud.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one who's going to say it.
Exactly.
I still want to hear it.
I say it all the time. I do that.
Oh, God, it cracks
constantly.
me up.
I love that shit.
I would say some shit like that. Just call them. They're like, "Hey, I'm a bigger fan of Tom." And then just hang up. No response. Don't even give them a chance.
Dude, I say that shit to my friends all the time. And they're like, "Dude, what?" I'm like, "Yeah. That's how I think." Even though it's not even close to true. Just to see the reaction.
So fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
So you go to the state fair. Do you just kind of like meander around till noon?
Meander around. Yeah, about it.
Dude, I'm so methodical. Kate and I got her into it.
Yeah.
I got her to buy into the theory. So we get there. We're super strategic. And now I've had to incorporate her shit, which has made it way harder to accomplish, but still very, very possible.
Yep.
We just got to be way more disciplined about it. So, like, we get there in the morning, and she's got this new stand she found, a few years old now, but it's like spiked coffee.
Oh.
I think it's like a s'more or something going on. It's fucking great way to start the morning.
Yeah.
And then we get some sort of food somewhere, and we plot this thing out using either an actual map or the app or whatever, and we plot our route. So, because I hate going with groups of people, and then you end up like on that front road. People are like, "I want fries," and then you walk down here to get fries. And then somebody's like, "I want a corn dog."
You go
then
all the way to the other side of the fucking
And then somebody's like, "I want cheese curds," and it's like that's right next to the fucking fries where we just were. You could have just got them. Well, let's just go real quick. And basically, you spend 6 hours walking 2 blocks back and forth in a fucking crowded mess.
I hate that.
And I've wasted so much time and money there where I've like left the fair being like kind of like not pissed,
like, what
but
did I
like
even do?
Yeah, I'm like that kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Like I literally
That's why I go alone for the first at least once.
Dude, and I've brought people and they're like, I don't really like get it why everybody thinks it's so dope. And I'm like, because we literally didn't leave the entrance.
Yeah, exactly.
We literally spent 4 hours in the entrance and then you had to go.
Go
do
something by yourself and figure out what you want to do and just try it.
There is
way better.
I've taken friends to the state fair that have gone every year.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, I never knew this part of the fair existed.
Yeah.
Like entire sections of the fair, they were like, I never knew this was even here. Because that's or people go straight down that main aisle towards the midway. And then it's, what's the, not coasters, there's the other, it's ballpark or something.
The ballpark's the one over by the food.
Right off the midway, right?
Right off the midway.
It's like, so here's you're walking towards the midway, but the midway is actually technically right a little bit here, and then that little pizza joint that sells pizza by the slices right here. Right on this corner is that bar, and it actually goes this way, and bands are playing right.
And
then if you go that
right
way,
here, grandstand's right here, midway's right here. There's like the horseshoe building of bars, and over here's all the barns. This is coasters, and then right around here is like a La Casita or something like that. It's something like that. Then it's the DNR building, and then K-Fan's right in here. All the radio stuff's right in here. Yeah,
I'm talking just that intersection. There's one bar right on the corner of this intersection looking basically directly into the Midway. And then if you keep following that street, that fucking pizza shack's across the street on the other side of the Midway, almost like a really dramatic kitty corner.
Boy, I couldn't even tell you right now.
But I've seen people literally just walk up and down that block.
Yeah,
that's they spend the entire state fair right there.
There's people I know that just go there and go to the beer garden area, like the coasters and whatever, and that's all. That's it. Like, dude, I think I've even.
I mean, it's
I've
cool,
performed on like 4 stages there. Like, I fucking love
and
that
that's
place.
cool. But like, you're paying $15 a ticket to get in. You're paying, unless you like got one of those people who like their family member gets tickets through work or something like that. That happens to people every once in a while. But like, you want to do it. Beers are not cheap.
No, God no.
Food is not cheap.
No,
I mean it seems
that's
cheap,
why I don't
but
really
it's
drink
not.
there. Like, I'm not much of a beer guy, anyways. Like, if I go,
you do any of the experimental beers?
No, God,
they're the best.
I fucking hate beer.
Really?
Unless it's Coors Light, I don't like it. And
Coors Light?
Yeah, I don't like any of that shit.
Coors Light?
I did not say that.
What you just said? You said that, motherfucker. I got it on tape. No, I got it on tape, bro. You said Coors Light.
Actually, I'm going to now, but I did not say that on purpose.
You
At
did
least
say Freudian slip.
I actually love Coors Light. It's like I'm just that guy who's like,
no,
if
dude,
I'm gonna drink beer,
you gotta
Coors
try
Light.
it, dude.
I don't like
the
any
dill
of it.
pickle beer is bomb as fuck.
Don't like it.
The s'mores beer,
don't
bomb
like it.
as fuck. Mini donut beer, bomb as fuck.
Don't like it. I've sipped all of them. I think they're disgusting. Disgusting.
Not mad.
Disgusting.
Just disappointed.
That's fine. Welcome to my life.
It's not fine. It's worse. It's fucking worse.
No,
that's what I love about the fair is the fucking food and the drinks. My wife, like, she'll even fuck around with. She hates beer, but she'll even fuck around with some of these beers.
Oh, not me. No way.
At least take a few sips of them. They make crazy like mixed drinks and shit, and some of them are exclusive to the fair.
Yeah,
you can't get them anywhere else. It's fun, man. It's just fun, dude.
I'm the dude who goes and tries all the different food, even I don't.
And
like
I'll
it.
buy some fucking bacon on a stick, bro.
Dude, deep fried cookie dough.
That one's pretty good. Deep fried Snicker bars,
It's
all
a
right.
little much. Like,
Very rich.
In my older age, it's getting harder to fucking digest.
Yeah,
So-
I'll take a bite.
Yeah.
But like, you want deep fried Snicker bar? Give me
About 2-3 years ago, got to the fair.
deep
and
fried Oreo, same thing.
I'm not a big Oreo guy. I'll do the Reese's peanut butter cups. But about 3-4 years ago, I was like, all right, I want all this shit. And usually I would get this shit and be like, it's all mine. It's all mine. Oh, all right, you can have like a bite. But now it's like I get something, I get one bite, and I'm like, please eat this. Please eat this. And I've realized, I don't need to eat the whole fucking thing. I just need 1 or 2 cheese curds, and then I'm good. And then I don't, and I used to go and get like
That's
fucking,
the best. That's the best thing though, is like if you go with the right group of
Yep.
people and you have a system, like, so the way we do it is we want to get the entire fair in one day, and if you do it right, you actually have a couple hours throughout the day to kill and do whatever the fuck you want.
Mm-hmm.
It's just nice to know that, like, so there's certain shows or certain bands you might want to see. There's certain foods you might want to try.
Yep.
Well, okay, we walk in and you want this food.
Yep.
But you're not going to eat a deep fried Snickers bar at 9 in the morning, naturally, right?
Yeah.
So let's make sure when you are ready for that at 2 in the fucking
here.
afternoon,
Yeah.
we'll rotate back up
Yep.
because we want to go that way later on to see this show.
Yep.
That's how we roll that motherfucker, dude.
Yep.
And that shit is dope, dude. It is so much fucking fun. And by the time we get done, like, cause then I don't fuck with the Midway during the day.
No.
You ever been in Midway
So dumb.
in the sun?
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it's like 500 degrees in there.
Yeah, and everybody who works there is like, "Hey, you want him to win you a stuffed animal? No, fuck off."
So, dude, I've been talking to my wife, and I'm trying to convince my wife to have a bunch of like hardcore anarchist and Marxist like quotes and one-liners about materialism and capitalism. So when we walk through there and they pull that shit, she can
just drop it on him.
just like borderline hate speech him with communist manifesto rhetoric, dude. Even though we don't believe in that shit, I think it would be just hilarious, dude. Just because
I think you should do it.
I want to.
See, that dude. I
want to film it, but then she's like, no.
Yeah. Probably my favorite thing about going to the fair so many times is that's why I go that first Friday by myself, and then eventually people start trickling in, whatever. Because then every other time I go and do someone else's fair.
Yeah.
I just like, what do you want to do? All right, cool. And I just go with them.
Yep.
And I've learned so much more about the fair from like, oh yeah, I go here every year. I'm like, I hadn't even fucking heard of this place, and I am the fucking king of the fair.
That's why I still like going with other people, is because I've done it all a million times. So my list went from, when I was 18 to 24.
Like all that stuff.
I wanted to hit so many things. Now there's like, I think 3 beers and a few pieces of food.
Yep.
And I don't even need my own plan.
Yep. Exactly.
Now the only plan is, what do you guys want to do? What do you want to see? Everybody tell me. I'm marking it on the map, and then I'm just drawing a route. So we're not backtracking. And we can get all this shit done. Oh, your thing you want to do? Oh, you want to do the weird beer flight thing with the surly guy? That was a few years ago. We got to be there at 2. Okay, we'll go this way then. Blah, 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 blah. And I had everybody's itinerary figured out. And then every time we were just in the area of something, I'm like, ooh, now I want my duck bacon wontons by the K-Fan booth all the way up over on the fucking, what is it, the north side?
Yep.
The north end, right?
I think so,
I think so, right?
Up by where
that log cabin is.
The new Heritage Square.
Yeah, it's like that log cabin that serves food. It's a whole like bar and beer garden that fades off this way. I think there's like tractors and shit over here sometimes.
I know what you're talking about now.
Then there's like the K-Fan or 93X booth, and then like behind that over there is like the skate park, or like or the dog show area.
I think you're thinking of 2 different places, because K-Fan is now right in front of the grandstand. Has been for a while.
Well, I know they move.
Yeah.
I know. That's where they used to be.
Most of the radio and news stuff is all right in front of the grandstand.
Really?
But they used to be up that way, way back.
Yeah.
But so I remember like KDWB used to be right in
I used to go there
of,
as a teenager. That's the coolest thing. Like, I was 16 years old and would go to the fair by myself.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like my last weekend before school starts.
I went to the fair probably 8 times as a child, and we saw the Beach Boys, like 7 of them.
Dude, I lived in Minneapolis. This is the coolest part about like my stupid childhood. I'm a teenager. I have a summer job. I'm 14 to 16, 17 years old, right before I get a car and get a license. I just hop on the city bus and go to the state fair. My parents don't even know because it's a random Friday during the summer. They think I'm off skateboarding or whatever. I just go to the state fair by myself, because I used to have this thing, and it's been true every year except one with Kate. Like literally just one random year with my wife. Every single year I've ever gone to the state fair, as a child to an adult, except for one, I run into people. No.
Oh, yeah.
So I just run, and I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing here? And they're like, oh, we took the day off work, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, cool. And then sometimes they're like, you want to hang out? And I just tag along with them. Sometimes I meet new people. I remember I met a girl and dated her for like a year. I met her at the state fair.
That's funny.
Like, for
I'm
real.
Surprised I haven't, actually.
It's fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
And you can just do whatever. It's not like everyone else's state fair across the country. The United States is a special place. State fairs are badly described anywhere. The Minnesota State Fair is completely different than anywhere else in the country. It's the biggest state fair in the country, and it's not even close. Technically, Texas beats us in attendance.
Because it's days.
And it's total attendance because they run their state fair for a full month. We run ours for 10 days. We have, is it 1 million people a day? Or is it just in the hundreds and hundreds of thousands?
I think it was like 200,000 a day or something like that.
I feel like it's way more.
I don't know. I should know this.
Yeah. Average daily attendance of the state fair last 5 years. Jamie's, look this up.
Daily attendance, Minnesota State Fair.
Average daily attendance.
Oh, yeah. The overall attendance record of
millions
for a single day was 2,000 or 2,046,000.
That's what I thought.
And that was 2 years ago. They set the record.
That's what I was just. That's what I was saying.
Made sure to be there that day because I was like,
that's what I was like. No, it's millions because it's like it's an unreasonable amount. Like there's no event in the world that gets 1 million people to show up in a day,
let alone 10 in a row.
And that's a million people is a normal day at the state fair.
Yeah. I think like 1.3 is probably
imagine
average.
that, dude. Like,
Yeah, that's right.
Look up I already know the answer to this. Look up how many people attended Metallica's concert in Moscow. I already know what the answer is.
No, hold on. Around 2 million people attend the fair annually. So
I thought it was a day.
The highest daily attendance in the history of the fair was 270,000.
I thought it was a day.
Visitors on a Saturday, September 1st, 2018.
I thought we got like 1 million a day.
So it's 2.126 was the highest ever year. And that was 2018. 2018, so it was 3 years ago.
2 million, but that's still 2 million people in 10 days.
There's a lot of people.
Now, a lot of us go twice.
Yeah. But
that doesn't matter.
No,
it's still,
doesn't matter.
You're there each day.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it is fucking crazy, man.
Yeah. I just love going there and like running into people. I don't think I've ever gone a day.
They do literally call it the
run.
Great Minnesota Get Together.
Yep.
They literally call it that.
Yep.
And that is kind of what it is.
It is. I mean,
that was the worst part of 2020 for me.
I think it's cool that even the cops that go there, they have cops from every city in the state that goes down for like a day or a weekend. So like there'll be
and they all work a shift
my
for free.
hometown will have cops there one day.
Actually,
or 2
they're
days.
not for free, but
no, but they go down there for 2-3 days. Do their shifts and come back, and I think that's awesome.
It's a cool place, man.
Yep.
It's a really fucking cool place.
I can't wait.
It was the worst part of 2020 for me.
Yeah, that was definitely a tough part. That was definitely tough. We that's why like this year I was just kind of preparing myself not to go, but luckily they're leaving it up to personal responsibility.
I knew it was
options.
going to happen.
They can't afford not to. They can't afford
amount
to
of
fucking
money.
Yeah. We even went to the spring one just because.
What was that?
It was just they just did they opened it up. It was just a mini fair.
Really?
At the fair. And I was like, yeah, I'm going. I wasn't even planning on going, but my friend Megan was like, hey, we got tickets. Come with us. I was like, all right. So me and Geneva went, and
it was just like a mini version of it.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a tenth of it. They just opened up coasters, a couple bars, the fry stand, a couple other stands, like right in front of the midway. Like they didn't open up like way over on the north side and all that.
Right.
It was just like that midway, kind of like there wasn't even like stuff set up.
I want to know why they don't do more shit there throughout the year.
Well, they do. It's just you don't hear about it. Like they do a lot of like car shows for sure. They do horse shows, shit like that. They do like.
Why aren't we doing more concerts there?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. At all.
All summer long, there should be concerts at the grandstand.
Well, that's where they used to have sound set was there. That was in the midway. And then there was, so I think there used to be one or two there. But then a lot of
the grandstand should be doing concerts all summer long.
It should. The grandstand's not really that great, though.
I don't know, man. I
love it, but it's nostalgia for me.
I think almost any outdoor amphitheater with half decent.
Yeah,
as long as you put enough bodies in the room or in the area to absorb the sound, because that's the problem. Is the midway or the grandstand sounds like shit during sound check.
Oh yeah,
it is so echoey.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've actually never seen a concert in the grandstand. I've seen a lot of bands sound check.
I've seen so many fucking concerts.
I've seen I've
seen the Beach Boys there like 7 times.
I've never seen.
Fucking love the Beach Boys.
I've never seen a band on the bill that I was into at the time they were on the bill.
Oh yeah.
So like, pick a band.
Yeah.
I got into them 5 years later.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That type of deal.
I think I saw.
Where I was into them 5 years ago.
I mean, I know I went to one year. I went to like the Three Doors Down, Seether, who else? 30 Seconds to Mars show.
Yeah, that would have been one of those where it was like that would have been a perfect example where it's like 5 years ago I was super into 30 Seconds to Mars because they had just dropped that song.
Yeah,
and I was really into that song.
Yeah,
and I would have paid to go see them, even though it's the only band
some other time or whatever.
But it was just like 5 years later, that band still has exactly one song I really like, and everything else to me is okay. It's not worth my money now. That's my mindset. It's like, nah, like.
See, I think the first time I
and as a child, my values were different in like what I was willing to pay for.
Yeah.
Now, to get me to pay for a concert,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to sound like arrogant and shit, but like, I think you understand. We didn't do a lot of concerts for free.
Yeah.
So to get me to actually pay money for a
Yeah.
concert, I gotta be like a bona fide like fan.
Yep. Well, what, dude? At the state fair,
and not have the ability to get in for free.
right. And have tried all of the avenues.
Yeah, it's gotta be like I'm a huge fan and I don't know anyone.
Yep. And
I can,
my last resort is going and paying.
Or I do know somebody and I don't know I know them, or I don't realize they're working that show, because that's happened too. I paid $100 for a ticket one time and then run into somebody and they're like, "Oh shit, I didn't know you were coming, dude. You should have just texted me. I'd have got you in for free." And I was like, if I would have known you were working, it's not like you make Facebook posts about these.
Who wants to come to the fucking show tonight?
Exactly.
Like,
hey, I'm working Metallica. Do you guys want to come for free? It's like if you'd have told me, I'd have fucking hit you up. And then, of course, you hit them up later and they don't respond, so you buy the ticket anyways.
And then next time, oh, dude.
I did text you. I didn't
I've
get
got
it.
plenty of friends like that. But the 3 years ago, whenever I went to the Beach Boys last at the State Fair, the Righteous Brothers opened.
Let me ask you this.
That was awesome.
What are you looking for as a musician, but also as somebody who goes to concerts? What are you looking for in that value proposition? Because we talked about this earlier. We talked about and kind of joked about, okay, well, how do you even get people to shows anymore? Now we're joking and talking about what it takes for me to pay for your concert ticket. Pretend you don't have access. Whether it's a national band, whether it's a local band, doesn't matter if they're a really great popular local band and it's First Avenue, or if it's just like another local band at Povs who's drawing 150 people. I don't care.
Either other people going, like a hangout situation, or a band that like I know a lot. Like, it's almost nostalgia now is the only thing that'll really get me to go, unless like I name a band. Going to their concert. Not interested. I've been to so many fucking concerts. I'm like, I get there and I'm like, okay, cool. And I end up talking to people. All I end up doing is talking to people.
That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah, and so the only thing I do at concerts anymore is go talk to people. So people either hate going to concerts with me or love going to concerts with me.
I would love going to concerts with you because like,
great.
Because here's the thing is like, and I hope this younger generation, because I've been networking and getting to know, and dude, these fucking young kids are so dope, dude. They just get it. Honestly, man, they have a lot to learn, but they're well, and not only that, but they also have such a leg up on us when we were that age. It's kind of ridiculous. And I've talked about these bands a lot on this podcast, so I don't need to keep ranting again. But if anybody's curious, I'm talking about Stormbreaker and Revenant Soul and Uncle Daddy. And they're not kids, but they're younger. They're newer. They're doing it differently. I feel bad because I'm like, I'll come out and I'll fucking tell people I'm going and I'll try to get other people to show up. And it actually kind of works too. Like I've had 3-4 people come out to a show just because I said I was going to be there, and I put out a post. I'm like, come hang out with us. And like, it's funny because a couple times this last time, a couple people showed up as I was leaving. No, I had been there for 2 hours. But I wasn't staying all night. And they showed up as I was leaving, and they're like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm out, dude. The show started at 7, dude. Like, I'm done." And they're like, "Oh, fuck." And like, I felt bad because they just paid. But anyways, I even tell them, I'm like, "Throw me on the guest list. I'll be there. I'll fucking throw out a thing. Blah 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 blah." And then I end up fucking hanging out and smoking and hanging outside and shit. And it's like, dude, I already like your band. I've been to a million concerts. Like, I'll check it out, but like if I get distracted, and it's just because, and trust me, you'll be here someday. You'll be here someday. My band will be up there playing. You've heard me 3 or 4 times. Like,
it's just how it goes.
Maybe one of your band members is really into how one of my band members plays his instrument, and so that guy's standing there watching. The rest of you are out smoking. Get it? I really do. I get it. Like,
that's me.
But I feel bad because I don't know if they get it. They're younger.
That's the thing. And sometimes I'm like, fuck.
Once we've been to so many concerts, dude, it's like, there's certain bands that'll still pull me in at least for a few songs.
And I usually try at least to like make sure I get a couple songs in at least. So I'm not lying to them going, good job. And like, I didn't fucking see a
Some of these newer venues are really smart though. And they're like piping the music from inside outside. So I'll be sitting there smoking, and then one of the bands will play a song and I'll be like, ooh, I like this song. And I'll just bail on everybody leave my beer, like drop my cigarette, walk in, watch 2-3 songs, and then be like, all right, I'm going to go out.
All right, I'm out.
I come back out and I'm like, all right, where's my cigarette and where's my beer? And everyone's like, it's right here with your wallet, by the way.
Yeah, no shit. Done that before. Oh, shit.
Or
thanks.
here's your cell phone, too, by the way.
Oh, shit.
People are cool as fuck, man.
Yeah.
I love it, dude. I love our little scene.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's coming back. It's coming back really strong, but I think in order for us as a group to take that next step, we as the older generation have to like really start supporting these younger cats and then also learning from them.
Oh yeah.
Like teaching them what we have to teach, which is the wisdom and the experience, and giving them some good little shortcuts without getting them to the point where they're skipping any due paying.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Still got to pay your dues, but like we can give them some good life experience, wisdom. But they have a lot to teach us too, man, about how to like properly promote shit, how to win, where, and there's a whole nother game that our generation has. I mean, I'm starting to get it, but
dude,
most of us don't.
I'm having a hard time with that, man. I'm just getting old.
I was talking to fucking Derek from Uncle Daddy.
That's the problem. I'm cool with it.
Well, I was talking to Derek from Uncle Daddy about it, and he was talking about how they make everything, and then they just schedule all their posts.
Yep.
Everything's methodically scheduled, so they don't really get on social media like we do. It's like, oh, that's so much smarter. These guys are younger than us. But they already... that whole young generation just laughs at us, dude. When we get all mad about politics and pronouns, the young generation is like just laughing their asses off at it. And not because we're funny.
No.
Because we're pathetic.
Yeah, you ain't lying there at all.
Fucking ridiculous. Well, what do you say we wrap this up, man? It's almost 9:00.
Yeah, probably. We're about 2.5 hours in. That's longer than I thought we were going to go.
Plug your shit. Where can people check out your band?
You can check out my shit at pretty much everything is eonband.com. E-A-O-N, eonband.com.
E-A-O-N band.
Band.com or facebook.com/eonband or Instagram.
You guys are doing pretty good. You got like 3,500 followers on.
Yeah, we've got our ways. We're doing some stuff, but who knows? It'd be nice. I think we're going to drop a video here pretty soon, and we're going to announce a couple shows that are pretty fun shows coming up. One in town and one out of town.
I wish you could tell them tonight, but
I know. We'll get back.
Well, I'll put the link for the website back in the description. Cool. I forgot to update that. I just put Kyle's back. And I was like, who knows what shit we're gonna get into tonight. But I'll throw it in there. I'll put it in the description. I'm gonna try to make sure I don't keep falling behind on audio. Yeah. We're almost caught up on dude. We're at your episode 102.
Oh yeah.
And I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. Shit happened with my dad. Yeah. Everybody kind of knows now. I'm not secretive about it, but I also don't post a lot about it. He's been in the hospital and shit. So I like unintentionally dropped the ball on uploading the audio versions, dude. Yeah. We were at episode 93.
Oh shit.
So I'm like, okay.
And what am I at? What number?
102.
102.
And I uploaded them all and then scheduled them out like every other day or something like that. So I think episode 100 just aired today. Yeah. And then I think Derek Grant 101 is in a day or two, and then I'll have you come up right away. But I apologize for me dropping shit out. Priorities. Yeah. Family's always going to come first at some point. At some point,
Oh, yeah.
At some point. Maybe not at every single little whim, but... Yeah. No, I'm just... Cool. Yeah, we slowed down, so I'll put the description if you guys are listening to this back. We have a huge... Yeah? Like if you total all across the globe. Yeah? That's if you take we're averaging between 10 and 20 subscribers in like a grip of different countries now. So if you add all of them up, we probably have as many people outside of America. Cool. As we do in America.
Even better.
And that's on audio. I don't know about YouTube. YouTube, we got 300 solid ride or die motherfuckers doing the subs. Yeah. And then we got a lot of other views, but 40% of our views, people still haven't subscribed. So hit that red button, guys. Sweet. It's free. One of the best ways to support. And if you haven't already, you can also go to patreon.com/Jared Singer Live. And you can make a monetary donation or subscription to the podcast. That way, if gear breaks down and all that kind of shit, you can we're not caught blindsided or anything. That's where it really comes down to is like I'm not using that money to pay my electric bill.
Right.
It goes into a hopper.
Maintenance and fucking keeping things running.
Yeah, because that's what I'm really worried about. Is one of these days I'm gonna come down here and my computer's not gonna turn on.
It's fucked. Like,
all my other equipment is great. I can still figure out a way to record a podcast on audio and still upload it to that.
Yep.
But the video side is immediately done if the computer goes down. So. Yeah, if you guys can, I really appreciate it. Go over to patreon.com/JaredSingerLive. If not, just hit the red button here on fucking YouTube or Apple or whatever. It's all free. Still helps. Really appreciate you guys. And yeah, man, go to Eon
Band. Everything's at Eon Band.
Right. I'll put it in the description.
Sweet. All right.
I ain't gonna expect it. All right, now I got to get back to the right production menu, and I got to mute our cams, and then we're hitting the outro. Thanks for coming, buddy.
Absolutely.
Really. Honestly, man. Fill in last minute.
I'll fill in anytime.
Do you want to be a fill-in guy, or do you want to, like, plot it out?
Both.
Okay. Sounds good, man.
Both.
I love it, dude. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, guys. And, yeah, have a good night, man. I'm going to go play some Madden.
Sweet. I'm going to go home.
The new Madden just came out right now.
I get up
3 minutes ago.
Up at 6 o'clock.
You're eating into my franchise, Kyle.
I know.
Get out of here, Kyle. I'm just kidding. Yeah.